Well, I'll welcome everybody back for session 3 of Crimson Skies. Wow, we've made it this far already. I guess that's what happens when you go back to back, week to week. So, who wants to recap last week? Look at all these volunteers just jumping at it. Who did it last week? That was a main...
I did it last week, so somebody else has to do it.
Yeah.
I recall.
All right. Tell me what you recall.
Last session we woke up. After being knocked out, we woke up in a wooden room. To a village getting attacked by some kind of goblin creature. And we had fought them off, and later found out that they came from a tunnel that was dug on the outskirts of town, and so we left to go to I believe it was it Vrento?
Yes, it is.
Yes, and got ambushed by a traveling merchant and his magical rugs, and I believe on the rugs or somewhere on the person we found a symbol of two. It was like two yellow columns on a blue background. It kind of looked like, and that's where we left off.
Yeah, and I'm sure once we kind of hop into the game, I'm sure Midas will be able to clear up all that stuff for you guys. Okay.
I'll think about it.
No problem. One second. Okay. So, we're going to start this session off with a cutscene. So you guys can sit back, relax, and listen intensely. So this cutscene takes place about 2 days ago, hours after your first encounter with the half-elf riding the black dragon. The beating wings of the black dragon thrash hard and fast as it prepares to make its landing inside an unknown cave. A heavy thud and the rumbling on the ground occurs as the dragon's claws make landfall. The dragon rider hops off the back of the dragon as the beast lowers its head in submission to its rider. Loud, heavy footsteps from the large, muscular frame of the half-elf and the clanging black plate armor is heard as the dragon rider makes his way deeper into the cave, carrying the crown in his hand. Down the winding stairs built into the cave network, he continues downward, his long, brown hair tied back, showing his vibrant crimson eyes that reflect off of his pale skin. After 10 minutes, he arrives inside a small room, with 5 other figures waiting for him to arrive. The room is dimly lit with torchlight, and there is a sound of dripping water coming from various stalactites on the ceiling. 4 of the figures are standing in various areas of the room, but at the back of the room is a throne. And upon that throne, there is a thin silhouette of a person wearing elegant black robes. Head is covered in a thin black veil, but through the veil, piercing crimson eyes stare back at the dragon rider entering the room. The 4 others in the room turn their heads towards the dragon rider, and all of them share the same crimson eyes. The person on the throne speaks. "Welcome back, Thalmorn. I see you were successful in your task." Thalmorn, the dragon rider, kneels and says, "Of course, mother." He offers her the crown. A thin, bony hand rises from the armrest of the throne, and with a flick of her wrist, the crown is summoned to her grasp. "Well done, my child. We now possess 2 of my father's treasures. Soon, after 200 years, he will be reborn." The smallest figure, amongst the other 4 in the room, steps towards the throne and kneels beside Thalmorn. Kneeling down, he appears to be average-sized for a dwarf, but with pale, almost purplish skin, with snow-white hair tied back in a high knot. His beard is slim, seemingly only growing from his chin down towards his mid-chest. His crimson eyes make his skin seem like an even darker shade of purple. He is clad in black rings of chainmail. Mother, please allow me to find the next treasure. My experiment of breaking the will of monsters behind the barriers was an outstanding success. I will not fail you in finding the remaining treasures. After his sentence ends, you hear chuckling from one of the others in the corner of the room. Stepping into the light, you see a red-skinned, demon-like creature, horns protruding, curved upwards from her forehead. Slim tail slowly rocking back and forth behind her. She has thin wings sprouting from her back, with the webbing almost translucent, but look capable of flight. Wearing only a cloth breastband and skirt, she has a large maul strapped to her back. Her mouth, open wide from laughing, reveals jagged teeth. Her eyes are crimson red, and are almost blending with her skin tone. Kalina, your methods thinned out the hordes of creatures behind those barriers far too much. You know nothing of restraint, little brother. Suddenly, one of the others in the room vanishes and then appears behind the demon-like woman in a puff of black smoke. Stepping forward and placing a hand on her shoulder, you see a drow woman wearing long, dark robes bearing the symbol of the crimson moon on the back, in a contrasting white color. She has long, smooth black hair with bangs that reach towards her collarbone, slightly obscuring her face. Her pale, bluish skin is revealed as she moves and her hair sways back and forth, but it is offset by her bright, crimson eyes. Now, Calypsis, these creatures below the ground know nothing of this world except strength. While Kalinar's method may be a bit barbaric, they are effective, and we have ways of using the uncooperative bodies. The final figure steps forward from the shadows, and as they do, their body begins to shift and bend and twist as they emerge from the darkness, resembling Kalinar. He steps towards the throne and kneels beside Kalinar. Please, Mother, I need to prove to you that I am just as dependable as Falmorn, because my height makes me inferior. Kalinar angrily looks towards the person copying his image beside him. Nidal, you little shit! Kalinar strikes Nidal, and Nidal begins shifting and snapping back to his original form. When in his true form, his skin is a dark shade of blue, with his crimson eyes being the only distinct feature. His body is thin, sinewy, and completely hairless. The clothing he was wearing changed with him, as he is currently naked, but in this form, he is sexless. The veiled woman extends her other hand, and dark red and black wisps emanate from her arm. The wisps wrap around Kalinar and Nidal, immobilizing them completely, even halting their breath. Silence, both of you. She turns to Kalinar. I am pleased with the success of your experiments, Kalinar, but it appears that stronger creatures may be needed if we are to conquer Stellaris. Your goblin pets have been killed. The veiled woman snaps her fingers, and a silver mirror appears before her. She casts a spell as the black and red wisps pour into the mirror. The visage of Jurek appears. Around him is the sight of Dunblane in battle, burning homes and slain villagers at the hands of goblins, but also the image of 5 individuals fighting off the invading goblins, slaying them in the process. Falmorn cocks his head, seeing the images on the mirror, and says, I've seen those 5 before. They were at the Crimson Sun tomb to the east. I was able to test the crown's power on them, Mother. The veiled woman snaps her fingers once again to dismiss the mirror, and Kalinar and Nidal are released from the spell. Kalinar catches his breath after being held completely motionless and says, Well then, let me end what my big brother could not. I'll bring the bigger and stronger ones with me next time. The veiled woman slowly begins to stand, leaving the crown on the armrest of the throne. See to it that you do. She reaches out her arm once again as black smoke falls from her hand to the ground. The smoke begins crawling its way to the closest wall as it makes its way up the walls, forming into a gateway. Turning back to Kalinar, she says, "Your brute, Mazug the Maimed, will be waiting for you in the snow sunbird woods. We know of more tunnels beneath the earth there. Kasna, give it to him." The drow elf woman steps forward and gives Kalinar a jagged gemstone that fits the entirety of his palm. The gemstone is very similar to obsidian in appearance, but has traces of red veins through it that shimmer and pulse. Kasna says, "This is the last one that we have been able to refine and tune. Make sure you put it to good use, or you will answer to me. And I will not be as kind as Mother." The veiled woman speaks again. "I've had a vision that involves Stonecaster Mountain. The next of my father's treasures is there. Claim it, Kalinar, and kill all those in your way." Kalinar nods, stands up, and makes his way through the gateway. The veiled woman sits back on her throne, snaps her fingers once again to summon her silver mirror, casts a spell, and gazes into whatever the mirror is showing her. And that's the end of that cutscene. So, we arrive back to you guys 2 days later. Currently, got a guy wrapped up. So what are we gonna do? It's still early in the day. You got another day or so to get to Vrento on foot. And you got this guy locked up or tied up. What are we gonna do?
He's tied up in the rugs, or he's just tied up in place of the rugs, right?
I believe that Holgrim tied him up with some rope at the end of the last session.
Yeah, the rugs isn't holding anybody anymore.
The rug, none of the rugs seem to be like the rug that you had to fight off.
I see. Okay. Well, of course we start the day off with the trek off with the song. So I'm walking around going blink, plunk, 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 blink, 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 plunk, plunk, plunk.
Is the guy
We are
who kind of
going
knocked
on a
out?
trail.
Oh my god.
We are walking with a man we do not know.
Did we knock out the guy or did we just tie him up?
I believe the last time Holgrim knocked him out pretty handily, so... How long have you guys been traveling, let's say, since, you tied him up? Have you started traveling yet, or we kind of ended with, Midas seeing the symbol on the rugs?
Yeah, he ended with like the oh shit.
Yeah. Do we want to just pick up from right there, or are we moving?
I would love to pick up from right there.
Okay, I can do that. Oh shit! I'll like roll up the rug real quickly before like turning to the tied up guy, and I'll like start like slapping him back and forth trying to wake him up. Like, wake up, you little shit!
Midas, what did you find?
I think I know this fucker, and I'll like keep hitting him. It's like the metal hand.
So
Wake up, I say!
Holgrim absolutely demolished this guy in the last fight, non-lethally, but I'm pretty sure you knocked him out with like a critical hit, so he is currently conked out hard. And no matter how much you're slapping him awake, he is just out.
Can I start like patting and like searching his pockets to look for something?
Sure. Roll an investigation check for me, and what are you looking for in particular?
I'm looking for the golden loon badge.
Okay.
That is embarrassing.
So you're able to kind of look around his body, his pockets. You do not find any badge of the golden loom on him.
I kind of like push his body back against the ground. I think I know where he got these rugs from. I don't know if these are his though, or if he stole them. But he's probably up to no good. Too bad we can't fucking talk to him.
What do you mean you know where he got them from?
I'll go back to like the rugs and like uncurl one of them and point to the corner. This is the symbol of the golden loom. One of the finest skills that produce only the finest of tapestries, rugs, and clothing.
Did you used to work for them as well?
Did I? I like go into my pocket and pull out a similar looking badge. I am one of the best tailors from the golden loom.
Oh, so you're a rug salesman.
I am not a rug salesman. I make clothing.
A clothing salesman.
I prefer the term tailor.
Taylor,
A tailor.
you look more like a Steve.
I like hold my hands out in like a choking manner towards Eladrian.
Just the most deadest face towards Eladrian.
Regardless, the Golden Loom has a way of making special clothing, like rugs grabbing people. But that's not usually like a common thing, I assure you. Think more of like more durable armor, and I'll say like while knocking on like my robes.
So why is he trying to kill you or us? Or
Well, I wish I could tell you, but I'll guess it to the body on the ground. He's a bit knocked out right now.
I'd like to use like one charge in my lay on hands.
Okay. So, Olgrim, your mic's real low. Is that just me, or is everyone else hear it like
I
that?
also detect that.
Yeah, I got a new headset. So I'm not really sure how to.
Well, you gotta turn up the output on either Discord.
I got it all the way up on Discord.
And I had to like turn up my volume for him.
If you can bring the mic closer to where you're talking.
So if you go to your settings, user settings, at the bottom they'll have under app settings, voice and video. Just make sure your input volume for your chosen headset is set up high.
Yeah, those things
And then it might be the I don't know if you have to set the input from the actual device on your computer then.
Is there like a volume on your headset maybe?
I have a controller for I guess changing the volume going into my ears. Not that knows.
Can you get your old headset?
Yeah. I'll grab my old
So I heard Holgrim wants to use his lay on hands. I'm not sure how many points he wanted to use.
I think he said 1.
Okay. So, I'll wait till Holgrim's back before I go any further.
I have a question, DM.
Yeah.
Would I have read about is it the Golden Loom, Midas?
Yes, the Golden
would,
Loom.
you would most likely, just growing up in Vrento and the area that you grew up in, you would definitely know about them.
Okay, and they're just known as like a tailor around.
Yeah, so they're pretty much one of the highest quality tailors in all of Vrento.
So it'd be stuff my dad would wear.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alright, I'm back. If that's any better.
That's much better. What about everybody else? Can you hear him okay?
Yeah, I can do
All
pretty good.
good.
You can definitely hear him now.
Alright. We'll figure that out later.
Sorry.
So Holgrim, you wanted to use a point of your lay on hands on this guy?
Yeah, I wanted to use one on him to try and bring him back around.
Alright. So why don't you kind of explain how Holgrim does this?
Okay, so Holgrim's just gonna walk up to the guy, I guess. I'll have my shield in my hand and just lay my right hand on his shoulder and just kind of say, "Wake up."
Alright, and as you do that, your divine energy floods into this guy, and you can kind of see the goose egg that he was getting on the back of his head is receding as he begins to wake up very, very groggy. Where am I? What's going on? As he starts to find he's tied up and he can't move.
I'll like grab him by the shoulder, start shaking him, like, where the fuck did you get that rug?
Roll intimidation for me.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Ooh.
So as you're shaking this guy, he says, what the hell? I got it from some old guy in Vrento. Some old...
Did you pay for this rug?
No, the old... He was an old elf guy, and he was just giving them away for free.
Oh, I like drop him and like, take like a step back. What was his name?
He didn't give us a name, but it looked like he was quite fed up with something, and he said he was leaving the city and he was giving everything away. And that's kind of how I came upon these rugs here. And then, well, I mean, you guys kind of found out about what one of the rugs can do.
Coldwell, knock him out again. He's useless.
So do I believe this guy? Does he seem like he's on the up and up?
Roll insight. So this guy, given the situation he's in, currently tied up, he and the kind of the panicked look on his face when Midas was shaking the information out of him, you have a inclination that he is telling the truth, that he got these rugs from someone.
I guess I'm gonna ask him. So let's just ignore the fact that you shot a fireball at all of us yesterday. Did you know what these rugs could do? And did you drop that one on purpose?
He kind of avoids your gaze, kind of looking to the side, and he says, yeah, I knew what that rug could do. I've been kind of using it to rob people.
Even after our friend here gave you a gold for your trouble, you still try to rob us.
Well, I mean, if he had one gold, he probably had more gold.
I think you should knock him out.
I agree with him.
Yeah.
Wait,
Earned
wait,
enough
wait,
from
wait,
this man.
wait, what are you gonna do to me? What are you gonna do?
Let me do it.
Please, just let me go. I swear, I'll give you all the gold that I've taken from people. I'll give you all the gold that I have.
I start like charging like a stalking grass, but I don't like do anything yet.
You can see the guy flinching.
Blood-stained gold.
Naylor kind of just turns his back to all this. Is just like, oh, well, it's on my hands on.
I'll look at my book. I'll open the book, like book, and I'll do this in my mind. Book, should we take the money from him?
Well, that's a fine how do you do to you too, my friend. Should you take his money? Well, I mean, money makes the world go around, doesn't it?
That is very true. So is that a yes?
That's a affirmative from me, good buddy.
I'll close the book. I'll just wait for...
Seeing nobody do anything, I go in and like slap him.
Are you guys gonna take my money or not? Just stop beating me.
We'll take your money after you're knocked out.
We will take your
And
money.
I'll take the
but
rugs.
first, we will take your pride.
You've tied me up in the middle of the road. I think you've taken my pride already.
Like I said, we will take it from you.
I'm gonna ask him, what do you know about the goblin attack yesterday?
Goblin attack? What are you talking about? There's no goblins on Stellaris.
Well, there were goblins in Dunblane yesterday evening.
Well, if there's goblins in Dunblane, well, that's news to me. I was kind of just on my way over to Dunblane before I met you guys.
You could bring these rugs to dump. Do you not see the quality of these? These deserve to be hung up in the mansions of Vrento, not in some dumb.
Listen, man, I'm just trying to make my way in the world, okay? I gotta sell some rugs. Yeah, sometimes, kind of steal from people from time to time, and, well, you said this yourself. These are some nice quality rugs. Someone's gonna want them.
This is not an honorable way of making money.
I still don't like him.
Well, honor doesn't put food in my belly, okay?
I think we should knock him out and take him with us and turn him in to the authorities in Vrento.
I agree.
What? No!
I agree as well.
I still think he's lying. No one from the Golden Louvers will give away their prized possessions. Each thing that we make is made from the heart.
Well, let me tell you one more thing about that guy. Please, if I tell you, will you let me go?
No.
Well, then I guess I'll keep it to myself then.
No, but you really want to tell us, you see.
You're really not in the room, too. Like,
Well, you guys just gonna turn me in anyway, so there's nothing in it for me.
I will give you a high five.
My hands are tied.
I will
Tell
turn
us
you
all.
around and slap your hands.
we'll carry you in the rug. It's not that comfy, let me tell you.
The guy just the guy is not sure how to answer, so make a persuasion check. Either Eladrian or Midas. You two can decide between each other who's gonna make a roll.
I think you should, Mr. Bard.
Yeah, I'll hit persuasion.
Alright, give it to me.
Come on, computer, do it big. 10.
Wow.
Alright, well, this guy is not moved by your promises of high fives, and he's just going mum. He's not saying another word.
Would have given him a high 10.
Well, in that case, roll with advantage. No, I'm just kidding.
We did it anyway.
Wow.
That would have been good the first time. He would have graciously accepted that high five. But so this guy, he's tied up currently, still conscious. So what are you guys gonna do?
I think just chuck him in the cart and head on our way. And tell him if he doesn't want to talk anymore to us, he can talk to the authorities at Vrento.
Authorities.
I'm gonna take his money first. And I'll pat him down.
All right, so Naylan, do an investigation check, and Zar, you do an investigation as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Where's my investigation at? There it is.
Okay.
Big
So
money.
So, Zar, you checking him out, you find in his pockets 25 gold pieces. And as you're doing this, he's saying, "No, stop it! No, don't touch my money! Stop it!"
My book told me to take it, so I have to.
He kind of looks like, "What? You're what?" And then he goes back to wriggling around. Alright, so you guys get 25 gold pieces.
Yeah,
Nice.
and I'll walk around and pass 5 out to you.
Nice.
Hey, big.
Why, thank you, my friend.
We can use this money better than he can.
Sure, I only had to eat and stuff.
You
Not
keep
for
eating.
much longer.
You can
You
eat the
can eat.
prison food.
That's right. And I'll kind of hold my hand up for a high five for Midas.
I don't give it. I just like look at him.
I like go for the high five and miss as he puts his hand down.
The people you stole from also had to eat.
This guy's just he's not happy. He's keeping quiet now.
Alright.
Holgrim, how did you tie him up, by the way?
I'm not sure exactly. I would think I'd probably tie his hands behind his back, at the very least.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if I did his legs as well, or if we want to tie him up a little more thoroughly before we start moving.
Probably arms and legs, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll tie like his feet together as well.
Are there any other rugs that are still in the cart?
There's probably like another 3 plain
Yes.
regular
So
rugs.
maybe lash him to a rug, so that way it's even harder for him to like get up from it.
That is disrespectful to that rug.
What if we rolled him up in a rug?
Into the rug.
There it is.
Yeah,
We
that
put in.
works.
What if we do the same thing to him as his rug did to us?
Oh, come on, guys. You wouldn't do that to me. Come on.
We certainly would. You did it to us without a problem.
Before I do that, use the worst quality one. Don't use the good ones.
Well, I guess you're the one to tell us which one that is then, huh?
Nail's just gonna like pick him up and put him in a rug of random choice and just
I
start
like-
rolling him up.
Wince a little just by watching.
Nailing. Or sorry, Midas, roll investigation to see if it's a good rug that he's rolling him up in. Ooh.
Ooh.
You tell me, is it a good rug or not?
Hold up.
Midas, you tell me.
Oh.
It's a good rug. I like clutch my heart like no. That
Yeah,
was
it's
a
getting
good
like
one.
blood and all that all over it.
Do you know how
Fight.
hard it is to clean?
Sure, a prestidigitation spell. It's right as rain.
Does anyone have a prestidigitation spell?
I don't.
I do, I think. Oh my god, I do.
Yeah, now it kind of just sets him in the cart.
It won't make that much of a difference, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Let's just hurry up and take him to Vrento. Maybe we can get it lost.
Alright, so you guys, are you loading them in that cart?
Yeah.
Yes.
The cart is also a it's kind of like a rickshaw, so it has to be pulled by a person.
Oh, look at me.
I'll pull it.
Alright, so you guys load up the guy in the back amongst the other 2 rugs that are there. He's wrapped up in one of them. And Nayland's grabbing the cart, and what are you guys gonna do?
While we were talking to him, would that be considered a long, not longer, sorry, a short rest?
Not at this point, no.
Okay.
We're talking to him. The short rest is an hour at least, so.
So
Oh, I guess we're gonna march.
really banged up in that fight. I think we should rest for a minute. That little grenade hurt me. And you see like blood just kind of running out of his ears. He's like all scratched up.
Yeah. So it is still it's still kind of early-ish in the morning, probably just before noon still. And you've got another about day and a half of travel to get to Vrento.
Can we take a little break before we start marching again?
I don't know. We still have a lot of sunlight. We still have a bit to go as well.
Allow me, and I'll cast Healing Word on you.
What's your healing word?
It's a D4 plus 3, so I will.
What do you say?
What's the
Oh,
word?
the word is. You did very well in that fight, and I could tell that you were trying very hard, and I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
That is
dude.
more than one
And
word.
it's like he kind of pats you on the back, and it's like a very warm feeling as you get healed from it. Just the power of wholesomeness right there.
Good old
The
healing
power of wholesomeness.
phrase. Good old healing phrase there.
Okay, I'll go ahead and roll it. Ooh, take 6.
Looking less bloodied. Zar
Awesome.
will remember this.
Perfect. All right, so a little bit of healing goes a long way. That's what are you guys getting up to? I'll also mention that the path to get to Vrento is, it's kind of like a path that's been traveled many times. It's kind of like ingrained in the dirt, so very easy to find your way there. In fact, some of you have come from there, so you know exactly where to go.
I can lead the way if you guys like. I'm from Vrento.
As am I. I'm okay with you leading this time.
Okay. Holgrim, can you back me up? Make sure nothing hurts me.
Yeah, sure.
Too late
I'll
to change
stay
my
up
mind
here.
about you leading.
I will be the tail since I'm carrying the cart. Person behind me could always be used as bait or something.
I go ahead and I jump on the back of the cart with the guy that's in the rug. I just hang out and sit there with I get my little my little bird fluid out, and I'm like,
Nayland tries to ignore the fact that the cart just got a little bit heavier.
And are you guys making your way out?
Yeah.
Yes.
no, we
Lead
are
the way.
making our way downtown to
Walking fast.
Vrento on this path right in front of us.
All right, so you guys are making your way. You're marching along. So I just want everyone to roll a perception check for me, except for Eladrian, because you are just rocking that pan flute.
Oh yeah, singing away, my friends.
In fact, Eladrian, you roll performance for me.
Damn it.
Yeah, same.
Oh, good thing you guys put Zara in front.
Right?
Finally good for something.
Yeah, so Eladrian, just roll that performance for me.
How about an 8?
Ooh.
Oh,
You're
wow.
it's been a little bit since you've played the flute. You're too used to your lute and bagpipes, so you're kind of hitting some sour notes every once in a while. And since Nayland's Nayland's right in front of you, he's getting the full brunt of all those high pitchy noises and stuff.
Maybe it's time to put the flute down, Eladrian.
Are you saying you would prefer my bagpipes?
No.
Okay, I will put it away.
You hear from the front. Yes, bagpipes. Get the bagpipes.
You're kind of close to the front. Don't get the bagpipes.
I will just tell you a story as we go along.
That's not much better.
I like that.
All right, so as you guys are making your way down this path here, you guys are looking around. It's a beautiful day outside. Sun is up high in the sky. The weather is absolutely perfect. Zar, from your point up front, you kind of look to your right, which would be northern direction across the Vrento Lake, and you can see a wide variety of boats out there that are fishing and things like that. Very, very peaceful. As you guys make your way and travel alongside, kind of like I would say like the coastline of this lake as you make your way to Vrento. So if you guys want to RP a little bit, I'll let you do that.
Zar will kind of open his book and be like, okay, this is how we deal, and this is out loud now. This is how we deal with bad guys. We beat them up, we steal their money, and we take them to the cops.
Wait. Let me write this all down. All right, let me see. Beat them up, take their money, and then what was that last part?
Take them to the cops.
Take him
The
to
guard.
the cop. Take him to the guards. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm learning stuff. I'm learning.
Yeah, thanks, book. And he'll just
To
keep
be
walking to
honest,
the book.
this feels a little backwards. But hey, whatever.
I really don't know what's worse. Listening to Zara talk to that book. Or you singing.
I like his singing. Don't you like his singing, book?
Well, that Eladrian fella, he can sure do something.
That book says nothing.
Oh, I
I
can
don't know
do
what
very
that book
many
is
things.
saying, but I know he's agreeing with me.
The
Oh,
book said he loves
it's-
it.
What do you want me to do? Well, don't you all
Eladrin.
speak at once.
Are you talking to the book also?
Me? I was talking to myself.
I find that's not
The
much
book
better.
can't talk. I believe this is established.
There's no talking books here.
The book does talk, guys. It's okay. I'll relay the information.
What?
Okay.
As we're walking out, in my head, I'll say to the book again, I was like, book, let's play a prank on these guys. And I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy on like the ground, kind of make it start like rumbling a little bit.
Whoa, what are you doing, buddy? What are you trying to do?
We're playing a prank. So yeah, everyone feels like the ground start rumbling.
What is going on?
What's
Nayland,
going on, guys?
Nayland like looks around, trying to see, like why, like if there's like a stampede coming or if we're being attacked.
Yeah, the trimmers just kind of keep going. Nothing you get. I guess you don't see anything around. It's just random. I guess you'd see like the symbols kind of floating out of Zar's book as he's casting the spell.
Is
Now-
Vrento known for its earthquakes? Those
I
of you
don't
who are
know.
from here.
I think so. It's pretty earthquakes around here.
Do I know if Zara's lying or not?
Roll an insight check.
Oh yeah.
Midas, in your entire time in Vrento, you've never felt an earthquake ever.
I'm like, my leg was like shaking just a little bit. I'm like, you liar!
Oh,
I ain't never seen an earthquake.
okay, it was me. I admit it. The book wanted to play a prank, so I just did it.
Oh,
The
is
book wanted to play a prank.
is this how it's gonna be?
Can
Huh?
I-
You're gonna
can
blame
I-
me for stuff, are you? Huh?
Can I insight that?
Yeah, sure. Insight is wording that said the book made him do it.
Nayland just like kind of gets close and like looks at Zar dead in the eye a little bit. Oh, fucking 8. Yeah, that book is evil.
The book, man. I'm telling you. And in my head, I'll be like, book. I'm sorry. They can't know.
Hey man, you can't just blame the stuff on me just because they can't hear me.
Zar, it seems like you're under the influence of that book a little too much. Why don't you let anyone else hang on to it?
I pass.
No.
Literally anyone. You could even let the guy we have in the rug hold it.
Well, couldn't say that.
None of you are touching
What's
my
he
book.
going to do? Try to read it? I bet the man even can't read.
I'm sorry. What was that, Zar?
No one's touching the book. And Zara will, like, grip it tighter and closer to himself.
You
He's a
seem
psycho.
bit, too attached to something that we will be giving up later on in this journey.
He'll cast thaumaturgy again, and his voice will become loud, and he'll say, "No!"
Ooh, that was a bit intimidating voice, buddy.
He's trying
I'll
to
hold
take
like both my hands up, like, all right, little one, you need to calm down.
You're trying to take my book.
It's not.
It's not yours.
That one, just for clarification, he has his own spell book, and he has.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the one
I
that's
thought he was
talking to him.
talking about the tome.
The other one
I
is
was thinking
the
of
other.
the
The other
Golly.
tome is locked currently. Remember,
Okay.
so he's a
Okay, I
wizard, so he does have a
definitely
spell
typed
book.
Well, then never mind. You can talk to this book.
My bad. Should have made that clear.
That's awkward.
Yeah. Now and still just go to side. Oh, well, if you say so.
Okay, so you guys continue along your way, and the day goes by uneventful, aside from the little skirmish you had in the morning time. It is coming on nighttime now, and you guys need to rest up for the night, because it is getting too dark outside to travel still.
Are there any herbs I may look for that one might be able to find in this part of this trail to Vrento?
Sure, looking for any kind in particular, like for any particular purpose?
Probably healing. It's probably best, but just any that I could that Nailin might be able to identify.
Sure. Roll an or what is it? Identification. Investigation.
Heck yeah. It's 11.
11. Because of the route that you're currently on, you're kind of on a very main pathway here, and because of that, a lot of the surrounding areas have kind of been picked clean of any kind of herbs or anything like that that would be suitable for things like alchemy and things like that. So there's nothing that you're able to scrounge up or find, unfortunately. So you guys are kind of made your way through a majority of the travel for the day. You're kind of at a little spot it's close to Vrento Lake and surrounded by some trees. So you kind of have a little bit of cover there. The nice sounds of the waves from the lake kind of swashing back and forth, and the night sky. The moon is out. It's a crescent moon, and there's some stars in the sky. But it is coming on to nighttime. So, are you guys going to set up camp or do something else?
I think set up camp.
Yeah, I think so, but I wonder if we should get the guy out of the rug one last time and just see if we can get anything else out of him before.
The guy, the guy in the rug said, "I really gotta go to the bathroom, really, really badly."
That rug looks very absorbent.
Wait, no. Don't. No. I think we should let him use the restroom. Out of the rug. Please.
Yeah, I'll go unroll him a little bit. But I think Holgrim is gonna just follow behind him with his arms crossed. Say, "I'm watching you."
Are you gonna untie my feet?
It's not weird at all.
Hard to walk when I got my feet tied up.
You can hop.
I think I'll untie his feet, but I'll say,
Right.
guys, back me up here. Make sure he doesn't run for it.
And his hands are tied behind his back.
Hmm.
I'm asking you, Holgrim, because you're the one that tied him up.
No, they are.
They are?
Yeah. So I guess we got to put his hands in front of him.
Say, well, you undid my feet, big guy, but I gotta get something out, if you know what I mean.
Big guy, he calls you. Ha!
I think we should pat him down one more time before we untie his hands, just in case.
Careful patting him
While
down.
this
he
is
might
happening,
like
I'm like trying to clean the rug. Can we switch in?
Okay, I think Holgrim's gonna just get up in front of him and get into his face and try and just say, "Okay, well, I'm putting your hands in front of you, but if you run, we're taking you down again, and we're not knocking you out this time."
Well, I think I've learned my lesson already, and he'll kind of turn around so you can undo his hands there.
Okay, yeah, I do. I untie his hands from the back and go around front and tie them in front.
Okay. So for
You
that,
listen here, Holgrim. Be very careful with what you are doing. This man had a rug that almost killed us.
So in that just brief second that you undid his hands, he kind of just like stretches and rotates his wrists around, just kind of, getting the sensation back in them as you kind of grab his hands and put them in front of him and tie him back up. And this gentleman goes to a nearby bush and does his business.
That better be all you're doing over there.
I mean, if you really want to know, you could come look.
Don't you talk to me like that.
I think while he's doing that, I'd like to ask, like, the rest of the party, maybe add a whisper. So, like, what was the list? There was a piece of information we were trying to get from him. Do you want to try and exchange his freedom for that information? It'll give us one less thing to have to carry all the way to Vrento as well.
Yes, that way I can ride in the cart all by myself.
I,
Try again.
as long as we return these rugs, I think that's a good idea.
Could fetch a nice price.
To the owner.
Oh, yes. I didn't know that the owner was still in Vrento.
Well,
The owner.
I would hope so.
Did
If
he
not,
steal
then-
him from the guild?
He said he took it from a guild member.
He said he
And
gave it to you.
He's gonna come out of the bushes and he says, "No, the old elf guy was giving them away."
There it is.
I call bullshit. Nobody would do that.
I mean, these are abnormal rugs with one with magical property. It could have been possible. A minor experiment with magic.
But that's just unethical.
Unethical, he says.
And so that's why he chooses people who would rob others with it.
I want to ask him, was that rug enchanted when you got it, or did you do that yourself?
I don't know. What's in it for me to answer this question?
You live, my friend.
You can answer our questions, and we'll let you go tonight. If you
I'm gonna
don't,
cast-
you'll be
I'm gonna
going back
cast
to
message
Vrento with us.
and get right into his brain and be like, "You had better tell us what we're asking for, or we're going to cut off that thing that you used to go to the bathroom."
Roll,
So
roll intimidation.
8.
Damn. Why?
you- He's just gonna answer back in your head, "You don't have the balls," and then he'll just wink at you. It. No one else
Damn.
knows. No one else heard that message but you.
No.
Guys,
So-
he's probably too dumb to know something like that.
And,
This enchantment. Sorry, golden loom thing.
Holgrim, what did you want to ask the guy?
I was just gonna to tell him his choices basically are: would you like to go free tonight, or would you like to spend the rest of the day tomorrow in that rug, being taken to the authorities in Vrento? If we had a little cooperation, we might consider letting you go.
And what kind of guarantees do I have that you guys are not gonna just kill me as soon as I tell you?
We would have killed you, or at least knocked you out again so far.
You
I
want
would go to-
guarantees? You go to the men's warehouse.
Well, I guess that's where I got these rugs from.
You're gonna like the way you look.
Well, maybe we can find some common ground here. Maybe if you undo these bindings first, maybe that will help loosen my lips a little bit.
I'll undo his hands.
I'll kind of walk around and just kind of stand behind him, trying to look a little imposing, while Nalen's undoing his hands on the other side.
Alright, so as Nayland undoes his hands, he kind of once again just kind of rolls his wrists around, kind of just getting the feeling back into his hands. And he says, "Oh, so after you guys let me go, you're not gonna follow me, right?"
No, we have better things to do.
Okay, well, I'm gonna address this to that finely dressed gentleman over there, and he's gonna point to Midas. Well, the man that was giving out these rugs, he wasn't just giving out rugs. There was a lot of other common folk around, and he came down into the marketplace and just started handing out all of these very elaborate and exquisite clothing items and things like that. He looked like it was almost like he was getting rid of everything that he worked so hard on. And as he was giving it away, he did have quite the scowl on his face, but that's all I know.
What? For free?
Yeah, for free. Trust me, there was quite the crowd around him trying to get something from him.
Did you recognize who this man was?
I'd never seen him before, but I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Did you catch the color of his eyes?
Unfortunately, I did not. I was a little bit too preoccupied with, figuring out what these rugs were. I didn't even know that one of them was enchanted at the time. I kind of found that out the hard way.
I don't like the sound of this.
Well, that's all I know. So, are you guys gonna hold up your end of the deal?
Could I insight, see if he's telling the truth?
Sure.
14.
This guy looks like he's telling the truth. He wants to be free just as much as the next person.
I also start pacing back and forth. I was just like trying to make sense of everything. Why would somebody of the Golden Loom give away everything? Free? It doesn't make sense.
Midas, if this man described that elf to you in detail, do you think you would recognize who he was?
Of course, I know everybody from the boom.
Everybody?
More or less.
That is a lot of people.
It's a very exclusive guild.
Well, okay. Well, if I tell you, you gotta let me go. I've already given you a little bit extra than what was promised.
We will be giving you your life, my friend. You do not have much to bargain with.
Alright, fine. Well, the one that was giving it away, it looked like he was more of a elderly fellow, but he was an elf, so that's kind of hard to tell. But he was, from what I can tell, he was a moon elf or one of those gray elves. He was pretty tall, slender build, and he had this gray ponytail that went all the way down to the almost down like to his butt, to be honest. He looks quite frustrated and angry at the time, and yeah, that's the best description I can give of this gentleman.
No, that's not no. Oh, okay. That was funny. This is a cool time. You can go. You got all your jokes out.
What
So I'm free? Can I go?
What are you telling him? What are you saying? Why are you letting him go?
The man he's describing, he would never do something like that.
Who is he describing?
Balfine!
Alfine? What you say?
Who is that?
One of the finest trailers. Don't quote me. Don't tell him I said that either. He is one of the guild masters. There's no way he was just give away something like that. That is not his character. I've known this man my whole life. He would never. We're wasting time having him here. He's just telling us bullshit.
He did say that the person seemed upset giving these things away.
He always looks upset. That's like his personality trait.
So then we know he's telling the truth.
Like in this Balfine that you say that he is, The only other thing I could tell you about him is that he was muttering things to himself as he was giving these things away. I specifically heard the word underappreciated. That's all I got for you.
I'll find. Underappreciated. That little fucker. If anybody's unappreciated, it's me!
Wow. You feel very strongly about this, my friend.
But he's a bitch. I mean,
Well, either way, a promise is a promise. And Nayland is going to start cutting at like the guy's like ankle rope as well.
So, I mean,
Just before he goes, what's your name? Before we let you go.
you want to know my name? Why? So you can report me to the guard? No, thank you.
Well, if we hear about you pulling these sorts of stunts on this road, we'll know who to look for.
Sure. Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. Let me just give you all of my identification. Why don't I?
Nayland's gonna like put just like walk up to the guy and slowly put his hand on his shoulder. If we hear word of any more traveling merchants stealing from folk, I will send you to Kellenvor myself, so you may be judged. And he hands him a gold piece back.
Wow.
Roll intimidation for me.
Oh, I'm not gonna post.
Okay.
The guy slowly takes your gold coin and kind of nods over to the cart and he says, "Can I get my cart back? You guys could keep the rugs."
I believe we have no use for much of either. I'm not sure if you want to keep the rugs, Midas.
Neelan, you are giving away my ride.
If they're Val, fine.
I am the ride. I am.
Fine.
We can at least bring the rugs back to the room.
By all means, you can take these rugs. I'm done with rugs for a while. So the guy slowly starts to walk away. He's kind of like eyeing all of you guys as he goes over to the rugs in the cart. He kind of takes them out and he kind of hands them over to Midas. And he's gonna pick up the old rickshaw cart and start walking away.
I don't think we should have let him go.
I don't like that fucker.
I think there are always bad people in the world. You can't do anything but try to change them.
It's going to be much harder to walk around now that I do not have a cart to ride in.
You weren't walking in the. Let's keep it. We're setting up camp.
Yeah, so your camp's pretty much set up. You know, you got a fire going, all that kind of stuff. If you guys have, for food, just mark one ration off if you guys have rations.
Gotcha.
Just count that for your day. Okay, so, who wants to take the first watch?
I
Take the
will.
first one. Oh,
Oh,
I
we
can stay
we
up.
do together.
yeah, I can stay up with you.
All right.
I want to talk to my book a little more.
By the time they finish arguing about who's staying up, I'm already asleep.
All right. So, Eladrian, Midas, and Holgrim go down for their rest. Midas, you only need 4 hours, I think, right? Because you're
Yep. I should be
elfness.
meditating.
All right. So Midas is over in the corner meditating next to the rugs. Sure, things are going through his mind right now. And Naylan and Czar, you guys are on watch.
I'll turn to Nayland and say, I know Midas is a little harsh sometimes, but I hope he's all right. He seemed very concerned about the Dalen, or Balfin, Balfin, God,
Balfine.
Balfine, that's his name, yeah. Thanks, Book.
I'm sure he was simply a fan of Balfine's work. Especially with the rugs, seems as though he was already a bit wound up. Seeing such art in a place like this, with a man like that.
I guess I would feel the same way if it were a cart of books. So I think I know how he feels.
There are just some things in this world that are things we just hate and can't merely cope with it still happening. Underappreciation with Balfine, for example.
Yeah. Sure. Do you still think it was a good idea to let that guy go? You know he's just gonna go back to robbing and stealing.
I think that people deserve a chance before final judgment.
Naylan and
Zar.
Zar, make a perception roll for me for your night's watch. Hot damn. Is that a natural 20 on you for you? Damn.
Nice.
All right.
I see everything.
So your guys' watch goes by without any uneventful. That's the word. Goes by uneventful. Who's next on the watch? Or if you guys want to do anything else.
Zar's gonna kind of, after hearing Nayland say that, he'll kind of think to himself for a while. He'll, with his book open, and he'll say in his mind to the book, Book, I think we should give people second chances sometimes, even if they hurt others or steal.
Is this something I should be writing down?
Yeah, write it down, Book, write it down.
Okay, give people second chances before taking them to the guards.
Yes, to the or killing them. That's it.
Oh.
Write that down.
Or killing them. Okay.
Yeah. And make sure you put that in quotes and put Nayland next to it.
Nayland says, kill the people.
God damn it.
Perfect. Good job, Book.
I'll take this next watch as I see that Nayland's laying down to go to sleep. Or like, Nayland, let me play you a song, a lullaby, if you will.
It's sleep time. Put the flute away.
So I start to sing him. This is a song my mother sang to me when I was just a young boy. Start to sing the song about, the stars in the sky look down upon you as you sleep in your bed.
For some reason, Nayland, that song is very comforting to you as you fall easily to sleep.
Nice.
Alright, so Eladrian, is Midas or Holgrim, are you guys still sleeping?
I'll open an eye at the sound of Eladrian's singing, and I'll just wake up from my meditation to keep watch also.
Alright, so Eladrian and Midas are currently up. So just for long rest and watches and things like that, so a long rest is technically, it's an 8-hour period of time. You need at least 6 hours of that period of time to be rest, essentially, sleeping. And then the 2 hours can be for, a little bit of light activity or RP or watching, basically. Alright, so Eladrian and Midas, you guys are on watch. Roll perception for me.
I shall do this.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. An 8.
I love that number.
Alright, so you guys hear some cracks of branches, some rustling of leaves in the trees, and that's all you guys hear. Nothing else is jumping out at you.
I would hope not.
You guys.
There's nothing to worry about here. We are doing a very good job watching. Watching the wind blow, watching the grass sway, watching the clouds in the sky. We are
Now I
watching.
just pull out my tailor tools as I'm just like staying up,
No.
kind of just tinker with some cloth that's in my pocket.
Why is this fabric so important to you?
Do you not see the quality of it?
It just looks like fabric to me. It could be a burlap bag or a fine silken robe. I do not barely know the difference.
I guess it's to your do. If I broke that in half, how would you feel?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you how you would feel. You wouldn't be feeling much because I would have cut your heart out.
And that's how I feel about, well, not these works, but my work. That is how the guild feels about our work.
How long have you been a part of this guild?
Most of my life, since I was a young elf.
And who brought you to it? Was it your mother, your father, your Uncle Larry?
I'll like look at the metal hand and sigh. Valfine.
Who?
Oh yes. So the elf that one dude was talking about.
Oh, the guy that has hair like me.
Yes.
Ha! He has a very good hairdresser.
It's died.
So how did you know this person?
He was he's one of the grandmasters. He taught me all I know.
Grandmaster of the guild?
Yes.
The sewing guild?
Tailoring,
Tailoring. You
not
still look like
sewing.
a Steve.
How did I get stuck with a surf with you?
So are you telling me that a sewing machine took your hand?
No. What made you think that?
Oh, I don't know. It's a story I made up in my head. I do a lot of
Probably
stories.
keep it in
you
your
know.
head.
Hmm?
What?
That's what I just said.
Yeah. No, I did not lose my hand from a sewing machine. We don't sew, we tailor. Sorry.
I see this is a very important thing for you. So,
It's
what is your goal in this guild? Is it to make the most finest jacket?
I make more than jackets.
Like
In the guild,
pants?
we make, yes, pants, shirts, gauntlets, boots. Anything you're wearing, we can make. But we're not like, you know, some random tailor you find off the street who just happens to pick up some rugs and to sell it. We
like
enchant them.
like these rugs?
Yes, like these rugs.
We
Although,
just happen to find on the street,
yes, that we
and
just
pick them
happen
up?
to find.
like we did.
Okay,
But
that,
not-
it doesn't matter. We didn't find the rugs. The rugs still came from somewhere. Okay, that's all that matters.
Okay. So you don't know where so this rug belonged to the man who brought you to the guild
Yes.
that gave you the metal hand.
Yes.
And now you are out to sew the finest tunic in the land.
If I say yes, will you shut up?
If you say yes, it will be the end of your tale and I will now make it a song.
Oh God. Sounds like a lose-lose situation. I do more than make fancy tunics. I thought
I
that whoever gave us those letters wanted me to make them armor. I tend to get a lot of commissions for that.
for armor?
Well, yes.
Are you saying your hand is not gone? It is just under this metal?
No, my hand is gone.
Oh. Okay. Well, it's very good work, I must say.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I knew something was good about you.
Well, there are many things about me that are good.
Like your taste in clothing.
Yes, as you can see.
Well, I was talking about not your clothing, but like how you can find good taste in other people's clothing. You can use a little bit of words.
Do you know what a backhanded compliment is?
No, but I know what a backhand is.
My god, child.
Child.
All right, and as you guys bicker and get a little bit louder, and starting to wake up Holgrim, whose watch is next. So we're gonna go over to Holgrim's time now, and you two can try to go back to sleep if you're able to, but you're probably going to need to if you want that long rest.
I'd say I'll roll out of my my bedroll, I guess, when they start coming back towards camp, and I'll just kind of sit a little ways off. I'll probably have my shield and my warhammer with me, and I'll just kind of be keeping watch in the distance, probably thinking about if we should have let that guy go or not, and thinking about what's gonna happen tomorrow in Vrento. I've never, Holger has never been there, and I'll just be kind of watching and thinking.
So roll a perception for me.
All right.
All right, so 10. So where you're kind of sitting, maybe you're a little bit close to Vrento Lake, kind of in the dead of night. You see something kind of jump out of the water, looks like a fish, and then it kind of splashes back down. That's really the only thing that you notice. But how does Holgrim feel about letting that guy go? What's kind of the internal dialogue that Holgrim's having?
So I think he didn't want to kill the guy, which was kind of at the front of his mind. But he's a little torn about letting him go versus bringing him to the city to face justice. He's kind of weighing kind of kindness and mercy, giving people a second chance against what if this guy harms people again in the future. And then also just kind of the expediency of the thing. He didn't want to really have to deal with having him, come back with us in the cart, having to take him out of the carpet over and over again, untie and retie, and all of that logistics. I think he's kind of coming down on the side that they probably made the right decision, but he's, a little afraid that if they come back this way again, they'll find out that guy's just doing the same thing to innocent people.
Alright, fair enough. There's definitely a lot of moving parts with all that, everything that was going on. You finish off your watch. Everyone's able to get a long rest, and we'll take a little bit of a break right now. So we'll start off after the break with start of a brand new day. So we'll kind of get back together in 10 minutes, so 9:40.
Solid.
Cool.
But
I know what a backhand is.
That was crazy.
Such a good line. Like,
look, I saw an opportunity and I had to take it.
No, it was perfect. It was fucking great. That whole interaction was a lot of fun.
I love seeing Midas on Ladry and just
God. Midas really got lucky with that Wops combo. Damn.
All right, who's here?
I am here.
I'm here.
As am I.
I'm here.
Bear, you here?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, here.
Eladrian, you're here.
Oh yeah.
You're always there. That's okay.
Kind of weird.
All right, let's see. Okay, cool. So, it is the start of a brand new day. You guys know that you have about one more day's worth of travel to get to Vrento, so it will require another night of rest out on the trails here. So, what I'm going to do, randomly select somebody. Midas. Roll me just a d20.
Oh god. It's always me.
Ooh.
Okay, 19. And Holgrim, roll me a d6, please.
Okay.
All right.
6.
All right.
Oh.
Cool, cool, cool. All right. So you guys are walking and journeying along the path to Vrento. What's the marching order?
I'll take the back this time.
I'll be in the front still.
Yeah, I guess Holgrim would be up front with Zar.
Middle it is.
I'm gonna be as close to Nailing as I can, begging him to put me on his shoulders.
I'm not. We
Oh,
can
come
get-
on, man. You know you can do it.
We can get you a ride when we get to Vrento.
If you wouldn't have gotten rid of the cart, I would not be asking to be on your shoulders.
You will use your feet like the rest of the party.
I would prefer to use your feet.
I'm sure.
What if I, jumped on your back?
No.
Yeah, just for a little while.
Do you ever shut up?
If he gets a piggyback ride, I want one too.
No one's getting a piggyback ride.
I'll look at
That
Holgrim.
is it.
Holgrim,
I'll
can I get a
I'll-
piggyback ride?
I'll nod at Zar and just kind of turn my back to him.
What if I say please?
I'll jump on.
Alright. So yeah, they're having this argument in the back, and Holgrim is just walking along up front with Zar on his shoulders.
You two make a perception check for me, Zara and Holgrim. Oh my
Nice.
god.
Dang, dude, I'm gonna be screwed in combat.
So Holgrim, you're having a little bit difficult time kind of paying attention to what's going on around you because Zara's a little slipping off your back. You're trying to like get him back up on there. You're just kind of focused on holding him up.
How tall is Zar? Just for reference, because I'm about like 4'7", Holgrim.
He's 5'7".
All right, so like Zara's got to like stick his feet out like straight so it doesn't drag on the ground.
He's like
Um,
as
Can't
light as
believe
like
this.
paper.
But Zar, with your perception, you see kind of like a small bit of a tree line kind of coming up along your path. Other than that, everything looks clear skies, beautiful weather. You can also spy once again some boats out on the Vrento Lake to your north. And yeah, it's just a gorgeous day. So you guys are just traveling with only the worries that you carry with you.
The view is so much better down here.
I guess I'm gonna ask Zar. I guess while we're walking, just what can I expect when we get to Vrento? And have you been to this Crimson Sun temple that we're supposed to be going to?
Have I been to the Crimson Sun Temple?
You have
Dan?
not.
Okay. Well, Vrento is a very beautiful place. I've lived there almost all my life. Are you from a big city?
Yeah, I'm from Kraknar, so it's bigger, fairly big, but not the size of the capital.
Yeah, it's pretty beautiful. My dad owns a hotel there in the Noble District. So we might have free room and board.
That definitely sounds good to me, although I don't know how it would fit in the Noble District. We might
You'll
be,
you'll fit in just right. I'll make sure everyone knows that you've protected me this far.
well, I would appreciate that, I suppose. Yeah, hopefully we can get some good rooms after we've accomplished our business tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty nervous about giving back that book. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I think after what happened to it, we have to take it to somebody with a little more knowledge than us, I suppose, to see what's actually in it. Maybe they can help you decipher it.
Maybe so. Maybe they'll leave it to me when we open it.
I wouldn't expect that, but there might be something for you to learn from them.
I guess so. I guess. What are you gonna do when we get to Vrento?
I haven't been in a city in about 3 or 4 years now, so might be a little much for me, but I think the most important thing really is to return this book and to also report about the goblin attack. I think something as unprecedented as that has to be brought to the attention of somebody more powerful than us.
Very true. Very true.
Although some good food and good ale be next on my list.
I can show you a nice bar where we can get some good ale and food.
That would be most welcome.
They serve like alcohol and food in the hotel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys continue traveling, and the day goes on. It's starting to get towards nighttime now. The day has been just a long day of traveling on foot. Nothing eventful's happened, anything like that. And as you slowly approach that tree line that I had mentioned before, it is starting to get a little bit darker outside, but it's kind of around dusk right now. So you do indeed have to kind of traipse through this small forest. It's not like a dense forest by any means. You can kind of clearly see, where the path is leading. This road is very, very well traveled. The path is very fairly common and established, so no issues navigating through this foresty area. And you do know that on the other side of this forest is Vrento, but you will more than likely have to camp out here for the night. So is Holgrim and Zar still currently in front?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So Naylin, Eladrian, and Midas, what are you guys doing?
Neil is probably just like reviewing his prayers. Just try to make sure, like throughout all this adventure and like these hard decisions that we're making, that he's still like aligned with his religion.
Awesome.
Who are you talking to?
I'm praying.
Right, but to who?
Kalimfor, he is the god, a god of death.
Oh, that's right. You told us about him earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You've been worshipping them a very long time.
He is the final judgment upon all life.
all of the life, even like the ants?
You know, I didn't. I don't
Maybe
think
an
that
uncle
was
here or
written.
there?
I'm not sure if that part was written. Oh,
El-
okay.
Elaborate. What goes on in that head of yours?
What? I don't know what you're talking about, friend.
Okay.
But
How many of these prayers do you know? Do you know all of them?
I do I know all the prayers, so to speak, of Kalimvor, teacher?
You're pretty sure you know all of them. You've been pretty dedicated to
Mhm.
this deity for a while.
I am confident I know all prayers of Kalimvor.
That must take up a lot of space in such a tiny brain.
It's something that I was raised with.
It's impressive that you know all of these.
I find the same about you and your instruments.
Why, thank you. Would you like to hear me play one?
Uh, hmm. Uh, hmm. Ah. Hmm. God just like backs up, making the same noises over and over again.
I'll put a hand on Eladrin's
Ah.
shoulder. I'll answer for her. No.
Fine. You guys are here to stifle my creativity.
You say stifle, I say protect my peace.
One day, you will be thankful for my instruments.
I hope that
Mark
we
my
have a lot of
words.
time before that day.
All right, metal hand.
Hey, Midas.
Right, I forgot. King of sewing.
It's not sewing!
Sure. Wink, wink.
So as you guys make your way, now you're currently in the forest now. As I mentioned, it is kind of getting to dusk, but it is starting to, you guys start to see the moon start creeping up and the sun start setting. The stars in the sky start twinkling through. And Nayland, with your passive perception, you notice a fountain kind of just off the road. Not too far off the road. Maybe like a 15, 20 feet away from the road. And I'd like everyone to make a history check.
Story.
Oh,
do you know?
shit, bro.
Haha!
All right. So, the majority of you know that these kind of fountains are pretty common throughout Stellaris. They are fountains like where you can obtain some fresh water to drink. Usually a lot of people make their camps around these freshwater fountain sources, and you do know that it is completely safe to use, and maybe some of you have even used them in the past before.
I immediately jump into it and start to swim around to see if anybody's like flicked a coin in like a wishing well.
There are no coins in the water, but you do see some like arcane glyphs in the water.
All right, so I reach out to touch one of them. I'll just see what happens.
Sure. So the glyph, when you kind of run your hand over it, it's still glowing as it has been when you first jumped in there, but you don't notice anything strange about it. It doesn't react to you or anything like that.
It's not like emanating heat or anything.
Nope, not that you notice.
Damn, man, I thought this was going to be a hot tub.
Eladrin. While he was like jumping in, I was just gonna like take a step back so that way I don't get splashed on.
So, Eladrin, what you do notice about the glyph, though, is when you jumped in, kind of the water that was pushed out and splashed out, the fountain has refilled back to its original amount of water.
Did you guys see that? Did you see what happened?
What are you talking about?
I splashed when I jumped into the fountain. I did a cannonball, right, to see if anyone was impressed. But instead of some of the water leaving, the fountain filled back up.
A magical fountain.
Watch this! And I take my hands and I throw some water right at Holgrim's face. And I see, Holgrim, the first bath you've taken in a long time.
How do you react, Holgrim?
So Holgrim kind of sputters and shakes his beard out. I don't know how Holgrim would actually react to that.
Your beard thanks me, I can tell.
I think he'll say I take great pride in the way I grew my beard. Thank you very much. And I don't think I need your help.
Well, fine then. I will take it back.
And the amount of that you splashed out at him has refilled back in the water fountain.
You see? Czar, tell me you see this and I'm not crazy.
Do I see it?
You do indeed see it.
I'll kind of get closer to it. Do I know anything about the glyphs from reading?
Roll me an Arcana check. 19, okay. So, with your extensive knowledge and reading and kind of familiarity with some of these fountains in the area, you know that the glyph that are inside these fountains is it's a transmutation spell, and it's actually the create water spell.
Yeah, Eladrin, it's this glyph here. I've seen it many times. It creates water. So watch. And I'll take a handful, and I'll sip some, and I'll toss some in his face at the same time. And I guess the water fills back up.
Yep,
See,
it fills back
creates-
to its original amount.
See, it creates water.
This is incredible. Maybe you should write it down in your book.
I'll go to find a pin, one of my pins, and be like, I can't find a pin. So I'm like, oh man, I wish I had a pin right now.
I
Oh.
hand him a quill, I think.
And before you do that, a magical pin pops in his hand. Like, whoa, what is this?
Well,
Yeah.
that's the pen that goes with me, buddy.
It goes with you. What do you mean?
Yeah, I made that for you.
What does it look like?
It looks like
It's like a
Oh.
Mont Blanc.
it is a large feather that is like a peacock feather. Don't you like
Oh.
it? It looks so pretty.
Wow, Book, this is pretty cool. Hey guys, look what Book made me. And I'll show off the.
You mean to tell us that a book with a pen for you to write in it?
Yeah. And I'll open the book and I'll start writing the glyph, the create water glyph.
Ooh, that tickles.
He said it tickles.
The
Please
book told you you tickled it?
Oh,
stop talking about the book.
If I know anything about the laws around here, you do not want to be tickling anything.
Oh, these fellas sure are serious, aren't they?
I know they can't take a joke. I say that out loud.
Can't take a joke. We take you everywhere.
Nailing kind of chuckles at that one.
Midas also like holds back a laugh.
Zar kind of looks down. He's like, damn. Well,
Oh, maybe I was wrong about that Eladrian fella. He ain't so nice after all.
I know, but he's cool too. And Zar kind of run off into the woods.
It seems it is you who cannot take a joke, little boy.
Why do we bring this kid with us?
It's 30, by the way.
Yeah, I know. That's what makes it worse. Well, Ladrin, are you gonna get him? I'm so okay if you don't, but
You want me
figured I
to go
couldn't
after
say.
him? Ah, fine. I will go get him. Czar! I yell at him and I just start running towards him. Come back!
Kind of try to hide behind one of the trees.
Holgrim, what are you doing?
I'm just kind of shaking my head, watching this happen, and I'm probably just
Drying
gonna
his
be
beard
kind of setting up my camp for the night and just trying to stay out of the conflict.
All right, so Zara, where do you want to go hide somewhere?
Yeah, I'm hiding in the woods somewhere behind a tree in a bush.
Are you trying to actively hide from anyone coming to find you?
Actively hiding from Eladrian, yes.
All right, roll a stealth check for me. And Eladrin, are you searching for him?
Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna try to find this kid, right? I mean, like,
All right,
No,
roll perception for me then.
come on, big money, nat 20.
Nice.
So like Zara's trying to hide, but like he's so you know how you hide behind a tree, like put your whole body behind the tree and like your head's poking out to like look, see if anyone's coming?
Yeah.
Well, like Zara, like your whole body's like sticking out, so like you're not like hiding whatsoever from Eladrian. He sees you completely.
Boy, what are you doing? Come on, come back to the fire.
But you were making fun of me.
It is okay. It is what I do. If I make fun of you, it means I like you a lot.
No, does it?
I mean, ipso facto.
I kind of perk up a little bit like, well, you should make fun of me more than...
It would be my pleasure. You stinky little child, come on.
Can you tell me a story while we walk back?
Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you a story of the time that I was fighting the three-headed serpent of the seas.
What?
I called her Sally. It was a very dark night on the ship that I was on. The fog was rolling in from the west. And all of a sudden, we felt a great rumble on the boat. The boat was tossing and turning from port to starboard. Unbeknownst to us, we had run aground on the
No.
rocks.
And like the story just keeps getting more and more fucked up and like weird and like
Yeah.
things don't start making complete nonsense. Like this is not a real thing at all.
So as that story's being told, we'll say you've been, Zara, you kind of went out far into the woods, so it's taking you a few minutes to get back. Nayland, Midas, and Holgrim, what are you guys doing while they're away? I know, Holgrim, you kind of said you're setting up for the night, but what about the rest of you?
Probably the same. Just Would I be allowed to, since it's a new day, would I be allowed to check for more herbs in this area?
Yeah, sure. Roll investigation. Midas, what are you doing?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna just lean against this tree, start working on like another infusion. I'm not gonna give it to anybody yet, but I'm gonna be making like an enhanced weapon infusion.
Okay, awesome. So you're kind of thinking of the blueprints for it in your head.
Yes.
Okay, and Nayland, kind of like before, this is a very commonly, especially with the water fountain here, it's super common for a lot of people to pass through this area, so everything's been picked clean for herbs and things like that. Okay, so as you guys are kind of settling in, you're close to that water fountain, you got a nice little fire going. Who is going to take first watch for the night?
I will. I'll take first watch and I'll start. I'll start with a lullaby or a story or one of the two, and just start. Some passerbys are kind of checking us out as they're leaving, clearing out the area or whatever, because I guess they might have been here next to this well. So just plinking along.
All right, awesome. Is anyone else up with him, or is it just Eladrian?
I am not gonna be up with him.
Yeah, I think this one's just me.
All right, fair enough.
Zar's passed out like sucking his thumb.
Always sucking his thumb.
I can envision Holgrim like trying to warm his hands inside of his beard.
I think that's what he does when he's in his sleep. He doesn't really know that he does it, but he gets them right up in there.
For Neil, it's kind of just like he's standing, but it's horizontal. Straight, straight up.
All right. Okay. So.
I travel with some very weird people.
So Eladrin, make a perception roll for me.
12.
Well, okay. So as everyone's sleeping, you start to hear, kind of almost in tune with your lute or whatever instrument you happen to be playing. You kind of hear some vocals start to accompany it a little bit, and you're not quite sure where it's coming from, but it sounds like it's coming from above you. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen for it, and then I'm gonna stop playing for a second because I think I hear something, right? So I'm gonna stop playing, and like cock my head to the side, like the dog, like the RCA dog. Like, what's that? And I'm gonna go back to the other side, and I don't hear anything, right? And so then I'm gonna keep playing again. I'm gonna resume playing, and then the noise or the words or whatever I think I hear comes back.
And I want you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
1.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my.
So
Wow.
as you are trying to, like, you know, you're plucking along, you're kind of hearing this voice, this melodic voice. You kind of just start swaying back and forth, and you can't move at all. You're just there swinging back and forth.
Is this? Do I consciously know this, or am I like
You're
out?
you're currently charmed right now.
Oh shit!
Okay. So everyone, pop over to the above VTT.
I'm in here.
And I just want you guys to place yourselves wherever you think you are. That's a little fountain there.
Oh, I do not see. I will have to come back. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I gotta do this. Okay. Now it should show you.
Okay.
Oh, look.
So we're placing ourselves around the fountain.
Yeah, wherever you kind of would be for the night.
It would probably be somewhere over here, towards like the. Which way did we come from? Did we come from the top or the bottom?
It came from the bottom.
Came from the bottom. So I'll probably be on the top side then, looking for what's coming at us rather than where we've been.
Okay.
If I'm taking watch, yeah, I'd probably be closer to like leaning up in this tree somewhere.
Awesome.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, it'll probably be just sleeping in the back behind this fountain.
I instinctually cuddle up with Holgrim.
So,
A needle pulling thread.
so, Midas, or sorry, not Midas, Eladrian,
Yeah.
you are being drawn over to this rock over here. So you're gonna kind
The
of,
rock is calling me.
yeah. So kind of put yourself like right like there.
Okay.
So, and on this rock, you see a winged-like creature. She's feminine in appearance. She has the physique of a woman, but her lower half is that of a bird-like creature. And you are, at the musician that you are, you're just very enraptured by her song as it draws you closer and closer to her.
which I can't do anything about because I'm charmed, right?
That's correct. It is luring you in. And then all of a sudden, from above, another one flies down and swipes at you.
No, don't touch me.
And she's gonna hit you with her claws for 6 points of damage.
Oh my god.
And you are snapped out of the illusion or the song.
I immediately grab my bagpipes like a fucking alarm and just like start blowing in them as hard as I can and try to wake the other guys up and be like, wake up, you guys! There is something crazy happening over here! Ouch! Oh my god, I'm bleeding! Hey, wake the hell up! What the fuck are you guys doing?
Nayland wonders if this is a new song and then realizes it's too urgent sounding and gets up.
All right, and everyone roll initiative.
Oh my god, a fucking 1 again, so 4. That's perfect.
Hey, I also got a 4, but like a
Wow, we did not do that good.
We are
That's okay. We all go at the same time now. That's
fucking
all.
Yahtzee right there. We got 3, 4, 5, 6,
That's crazy.
17.
So
I mean, take away the 10 digit and it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's got to be worth something.
So Nayland, you can see with your passive perception, you see the 2 harpies that are there, but you also spy there's one more flying up very high in the sky, probably like 100 feet in the air, and it's just circling around currently. And that's this one kind of down over here. Okay, so let me... All right.
Unbelievable, you guys. Look at Midas, this fine silk cloth. You're gonna have to make me a new one.
All right.
Idea. But that's not what's important right now.
So the first to act is this one harpy on the rock, and she's going to fly up. Let me see how far can she go. She can fly 40 feet. So she's going to fly over this way, kind of be perched on top of this tree here, and she's going to start singing. So thankfully, Eladrin, you are immune to this effect, but the rest of you need to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Is this like being charmed? Because I have advantage then.
Yeah, so if you have advantage against being charmed, you can roll with advantage.
But
Why am I immune?
Because you've already experienced it. Yeah, you've experienced the song before, so you kind of know what's coming.
Like that stupid bitch.
So Holgrim, Nayland, and Midas, you all are resistant against the effects, but Zar, you are currently charmed by this creature. And so basically you're not allowed to attack it, and it's going to draw you in with its song. So it's trying to sing you ever closer to it. Speaking of, it's your turn, Zar.
God, she's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I'll get as close as I can.
Yeah, and you
Falling
can't.
at the tree.
And you can't take any actions or reactions, unfortunately. You're also charmed and incapacitated, so you're just very much pulled in by the harpy.
Okay.
And that's your turn. Oh my god, you guys rolled awful.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
so well.
say.
Alright. So the next one, it's the harpy that's very high in the sky. She's just circling around. Doesn't seem to be making any kind of movements or anything like that. She's kind of scoping you guys out currently. So next, it would be Midas. You're up.
nice. Okay. seeing all the harpies, like starting to at least seeing some of them, I'm gonna go ahead and cast False Life on myself.
Okay.
Yummy.
So you gave yourself 5 temporary hit points?
Yes. And then I'm just gonna move this way. And that's gonna be it for my turn.
Alright. So next we'll go with Naylan.
Naylan will see that Zar got charmed, and is this harpy up top right by Zar? Is that in a tree?
Yeah, it's probably only like 10 or so feet off the ground.
Okay, so Naylan will run over to Eladrian, but as he's doing that, Eladrian, but as he's doing that, he's going to cast Sanctuary on Zar. And I'll read that out. What is it? So Sanctuary, any until the spell ends, any creature who targets Zar will have to make a Wisdom save. On a failed one, they have to choose a new target or lose the attack.
Okay.
Yes. However, it doesn't protect him from stuff like AoE effects. And if Zara makes an attack, casts a spell, or deals damage to another creature, the spell ends. That's it.
Alright. Gotcha.
And which one was that? Orange,
It's-
purple, or blue?
What, Sanctuary?
Yeah. You did it
He
on.
cast it on
Okay.
Zar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
No,
And
my turn.
that's your turn. Awesome. So next, it's the harpy that took some swipes at Eladrian. So she's going to just kind of continue trying to claw. She's going to pull out this club that's on the back of her, on her back, and she's going to try and swing with the club at you, Eladrian. And
No!
18.
Don't hit me. 18?
Yep.
God
Yeah,
damn.
that hits me like a motherfucker.
Wow.
But you only take 2 damage from it. Her claws are much sharper than this club that you pulled out.
My goodness. My God, this. I'm seeing stars, man.
And Eladrian, you're up.
I'm gonna cast fucking frostbite right at her.
Is Frostbite a ranged attack?
Yes.
So if it's a ranged spell attack, it does have disadvantage because she is right up on you.
Then okay, let's do it anyway. She has to make a. She has to make a Constitution saving throw of 13.
Constitution of 13.
Does that mean she gets advantage or?
Well, she got 19 anyway, so.
God damn that little fight! Why do I even try? Look at this.
It's Frostbite. Okay, yeah, Frostbite. Yeah, so she's able to withstand your Frostbite.
This ice is not even as cold as her heart.
And anything else?
I'm going to try to hobble away a little bit. I know that they can fly and stuff, but I'm going to kind of try to hobble under the, kind of like behind Naylan under the tree a little bit to try to get some cover.
All right. Well, with that movement out of her striking range, she's gonna try and swipe at you with the club again.
Shit! I didn't think about that.
And 21's gonna hit you,
Oh my God! So hard.
and you take 3 points of damage as she hits you on the butt as you try to run away.
It's not that you say good game.
All right. And is that everything?
Oh God, I sure as hell hope so.
All right, Holgrim, you're up.
Okay, so I can see 3 harpies from where I'm at. Is that correct?
Yes,
And
correct.
then,
The one that's kind of down in the bottom right is high up in the sky, like 100 feet up.
and then the the other two was I guess the one that attacked Ladrian was on the ground. Is the one by Zar on the ground as well, or is she in the air?
The one by Zar is kind of perched up in the tree. It's about like 10 or so feet off the ground, and the one that attacked Eladrian is on the ground.
Okay. So yeah, I guess after seeing Ladrian take all those hits, I'm gonna move over to that harpy on the ground. And I'm gonna use my action just to attack with my warhammer.
Gave
You
her.
can get her, man. Avenge me!
Ooh, nat 20.
Oh, well, that will hit, good sir.
Knock her out.
So you get the
Okay.
whole the D8. So roll
I gotta-
just roll a D8. So 4,
So
12.
plus 13, I think, is the
Nice.
so 17 total.
Yeah. What's your modifier for the?
I got a
Axe?
plus 5.
All right. So 8. Yeah. 8 plus 4 is 12. Then plus 5, so 17.
Yep.
Awesome. So 17 points of bludgeoning damage against this harpy here. She definitely takes it like a champ. But she's still up. Looks like you clocked her real good.
Nice right cross, man.
With my my bonus action, I'd like to try to cast. I believe this is a bonus action, compelled duel on the harpy. That's a charming czar.
Okay.
What is
So
it?
That's a compelled duel. It says
Oh,
you
shit.
attempt to compel a creature into a duel. They have to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they're drawn to me, and I guess they get disadvantage on attack rolls against anybody but me.
All right. So wisdom save.
Yeah, it has to be wisdom 12.
All right. So it rolled a 15. So
Ooh.
it's able to continue its song without being interrupted by your attempt to compel it to duel. Unfortunately.
All right, and that's my
That was a
turn.
great try.
All right. Top of the round. It's going to be your guys' time to discuss tactics and go.
Quickly, what do we do?
I'm gonna go for the one that's charming Czar, because I'm kind of close to it.
I can
wants- who
heal
wants-
you, Elijah.
Who wants inspiration? I can give somebody inspiration.
I personally don't think I need it.
Okay, who's after
Um,
me?
I would give it to maybe Czar, or
I'm gonna give it to
I
you
just-
since you're. Give it to Czar. Okay, I'll give it to Czar, and then I'll. What should I? Should I try to charm one of them?
Hmm.
A Charmos?
With charm person and charm one of the harpies.
Are they people?
They're humanoid.
Oh, I see. You can certainly try.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
I feel like
I
us
think-
fighting them might make it harder.
True.
yeah, I'm probably just gonna stay on the one on the ground since that's what I can reach.
Hmm.
So maybe try one of the ones who's flying would be a good target.
All right. That's it.
Nice.
Top of the round, it is the harpy that's currently charming Czar. So as Czar is getting closer to her, she's going to try and jump down. She's going to pull out the club that's behind her back and try to jump down and swing onto Czar. So what's the sanctuary?
A wisdom saving throw of let me see my DC. 13.
All right. So, and what happens if she fails?
She loses the attack or has to pick another creature. Yeah.
All right. So this harpy jumps down from the tree and tries to swing down onto Czar. But as she tries to bring that club downwards onto his skull, a mystical type of barrier blocks the blow. And she's kind of caught off guard by that. And that she's going to continue her singing to keep Czar charmed as best she can. Let me just see. Okay. And that's going to be that harpy's turn. So an unsuccessful attack against Czar. Next, Czar, it's your turn. You're still currently incapacitated and can't take any immediate actions or reactions right now.
I'll open the book, like, look, I met the most beautiful woman today. I think I'm in love.
Wow, buddy, you sure are picking up a lot of them. You got that one back in Dunblade, you got this one now.
I think I might propose, and I'll start taking one of the rings off.
So make a wisdom saving throw for the end of your turn.
From across the field.
There
Elijah's
it
like,
is.
do not propose!
So you're able to shake off her charmed effect.
Oh. And I'll look at it. They're like scary, right?
I mean, yeah. you wouldn't want to take him home to mom.
I'll kind of look at her as the thing fades and be like, oh shit, Book, this isn't good. She's ugly.
Stop talking to the fucking book, bro.
Well, it's all about what's inside, right?
I don't think she has anything good inside.
Well, then follow Nalen's rules and kill her.
Good idea. Get my turn.
Alright, and now it's the flying harpy's turn. She's just gonna continue kind of circling around very high up in the sky, like 100 or so feet in the air. And next it goes to Midas. You're up.
Cool. Is the harpy that was singing in the tree still, or is it on the ground?
She's on the ground now, so I'll put her kind of like right here.
Okay. I'm gonna move back a little bit. Let's make sure that's still in range. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cast Lightning Lure on that one.
Okay. So it's a strength save,
Ah.
right?
Yeah, ignore that damage. Yeah,
Alright.
it's strength DC 13.
Alright, so she does fail.
Oh, sorry. Don't ignore that damage then.
So 2 lightning damage, and does it pull her in closer?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
And then as I'm like pulling her closer, I'm like, get the fuck away from him.
How far does it pull her?
It is, I literally just had to pull it up. 10 feet in a straight line.
Alright, so she's going right in front of you now. Alright, is that everything?
Yes, that is it.
Alright. Next, Nalen, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna hit my buddy Eladrian with a healing word.
Oh my god!
So I'll go ahead and roll that right now. 7.
Oh
Ooh.
man!
Heck yeah.
You're my best friend.
So that was a
Oop,
bonus.
ignore that. Haha.
That was a bonus action. I'm just going to, because you can't cast 2 spells in one turn, can you?
You can cast a cantrip.
I could cast a cantrip and a spell then.
Yeah.
Okay, could I run to this side of Fulgrim and target the flying one with a guiding bolt of 120 feet range?
Oh yeah!
Ooh, the one up in the air, okay.
Yes. Okay.
Come on!
Alright. Neon kind of just like aims, closes one eye, and I will go to attack. 17.
Let's lose. Oh!
17 hits.
Alright. She's going to take this much damage.
Oh god, here we go again.
18.
Damn.
Alright.
And also, because it's guiding bolt, the next attack roll made against her until the end of my next turn has advantage, because she's going to be like shining a little glittering light around her.
Alright, awesome.
And
Alright.
that will be my turn.
Okay. So next, it's the harpy in front of Holgrim, who did not like what Holgrim did last round, and she's going to kind of throw her club aside, and she's going to try and dig her claws into Holgrim here. So let's see. So 14 plus 3, so 17.
That misses.
All right, so that misses, but she's gonna try and swipe with her other claw for another miss. All right. So
Way to go, Brody!
so Holgrim, you're able to hold your ground as this harpy tries to dig at you with her claws. Okay, and next it is Eladrian.
Yay!
No double turns.
I yell over to Nayland and like, thank you, man. You like, there was like a band-aid. That was so cool. And then I yell over at Czar. I'm like, you got to stop proposing. So and then send inspiration his way as my bonus action. So I give Czar bardic inspiration, and then I'll cast or I'll attempt to cast Charm Person on the harpy that's right next to Midas.
All right.
So they need to make a Wisdom saving throw of 13
Oh.
with advantage.
Yeah. So she passes. She rolled a 19.
Oh wow.
God
So-
dang it!
So your attempts to charm the masters of charming people did not go well, unfortunately.
It wasn't worth a try, guys.
Oh, now you don't want to sing good?
It's not my fault. I am bleeding everywhere. My fingers are slipping up and down my loot.
Is that everything?
Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of tuck in a little bit closer to the tree.
All right, awesome. Holgrim, you're up.
All right. I'm just gonna stick right on this harpy here and attack another time.
Alrighty. 19
Yes.
will hit.
All right. So 8 more damage.
Awesome.
Heck yeah.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Beauty. All right, this harpy's looking pretty beat up over here. The one
What
that's
the
Holgrim's on. Okay, top of the round. Guys got tactics. Go.
Well, that didn't work.
I think we did. I think we were doing pretty good on the damage front, though. I'm gonna see if I can shoot this one that's flying above with my crossbow.
If you can get it on the ground, I'm pretty sure it can cast Bane on all of them.
I don't know if I have grounding technology.
Just hit it in the wings.
I'm kind of wondering about the blue one, that's up there, because the other two have both been aggressive towards us, but she's kind of just up
She's
there.
actually- Just feel like
Oh,
she's
yeah.
looking for an opportunity of some kind.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know if
Wait for
she's
the
trying
killing blow.
to come in and get us, or if she's not with
Right.
these two.
One
or
of
just
these
on
is
the
not
same
like
page.
the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to take care of her quick. Don't like unknown factors.
All right. Well, you think I can? I'll hit him with Dissonant Whispers or Vicious Mockery, one of the two, depending.
All
I
right,
should be good over here.
let's,
Very nice.
let's do it. Okay, so top of the round, it is the harpy that Midas is currently engaging with. And
Good.
this one's going to try and take a slash at you, Midas, with her claw. For 10. And that does not hit you.
Nope.
But as a multi-attack, she's going to try and swing with her
Yeah.
club,
Don't let her do it.
which is a 7. So that's not going to hit you either.
Get the fuck
Great
off of me.
job. Nice dodge.
So Midas definitely steps out of the way of both of her attacks. And next it is Zar's turn.
Cool. So I'll kind of scoot over and be like, "Guys, help!" And I'll kind of think to myself, and I'll open the book like, "Book, I've seen Midas do this a bunch of times." And I will, the glyphs, the red dragon's head will kind of come out of the books as it forms the red dragon's head, and I will use my bonus action to summon my pin, and I will take a blue glyph from another spell, and I'll replace it, and now it's a lightning dragon's head, and I will cast Burning Hands, or AKA Lightning Hands.
Oh, you know what they say, buddy?
Oh.
Imitation is a sincere form of flattery. Alright. So it's a dex save, right?
Yes. Dex save 13.
All right, she fails the dex save as she is very currently engaged with Midas, trying to slash him down.
Nice.
That's 10 lightning damage.
So for 10 lightning damage. Okay, awesome.
I saw you do this,
Lightning.
Midas, and I hope yeah.
Watching an attack. Nice one. I mean, I've done better.
You crack a smile a little bit. And that is my turn.
All right, awesome. Next up is this harpy that's up in the air that just got hit by the guiding bolt. So, seeing that you're able to hit her from all the way down here, she's going to actually fly up even higher. She's going to get to about 140 feet in the air.
Golly.
And all you see is like the glimmering shine come off of her as she like, it almost looks like a reverse comet because she's like flying away from the earth. And that's going to be her turn. So she's 140 feet up in the air. Next up is Midas. You're up.
I'm gonna like kiss my middle hand before casting Shocking Grass and kind of punch her.
Oh, to the kisser.
A 9. Do you want? I'll give you the opportunity if you want to use any inspiration points or anything like that.
Could I?
You could if you want to. You can up
I
that.
would
You don't know
love
how
to.
you don't know how much you need though. That's the only problem.
what was the cost? Oh. Like how much is it? To bump it up.
So, homebrew rules. Oh, hold on, let me find them. So for 1 point, it's 1 point of inspiration. For 2 points, it's 2. For 4 points, it's for 4 points, it's a +3. For 8 points, it's a +4. So 1 equals 1, 2 is 2, and then 4 points is 3. So it kind of scales that way.
Let's use 2.
2, okay. So bringing that up to an 11 will hit.
I wiped
Hey.
him down, man.
Nice.
It was a really good kiss.
It was the kiss of inspiration.
Ooh.
Let's
go.
Awesome. So how do you smack around this harpy with your shocking grasp?
Right in the jaw.
All right. So your electrified fist just clocks this harpy right in the face, and she's taking some good amount of damage. That's for sure. Is that everything for you?
It is.
All right. Next up, Naylan.
Seeing that the harpy went higher up in the air, he just turns back around to face this one that Holgrim has been fighting. And can I give him the help action to give him advantage on his next roll as I try to bash my shield into this harpy, providing an opening?
Does it work on that like that for?
Does help action work?
It does work in
attacks?
combat. I think it does. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, so you can use the help action to give Holgrim advantage on his next turn.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Awesome. So you're in there trying to, bash the harpy a little bit, try to get its attention, so that Holgrim can come in and swing at it. However, it is that harpy's turn now, unless you have anything else to do.
No.
All right. So it's that harpy's turn in between you and Holgrim. And since you're kind of bashing it with your shield, she's going to try and swing at you. So she's going to try and make 2 claw attacks on you since she discarded her club. So the first one, that's a 6. That's not going to hit. And the second one, is a 10. That's also not going to hit you.
Nice.
So you got your shield in her face. She's just clawing at it and unable to get through.
Kind of just bonking her on the nose every opportunity I get.
Just absolutely frustrating her.
Yes.
All right. Next up, it's Eladrian.
All right. So, being here under this tree, seeing that one over there that just got, janked in the face with a lightning bolt. I'm gonna look at it and in like this hatred, and then cast dissonant whispers at it.
All right. So let's.
And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw of 13.
Ooh, it does not pass.
Nice.
Then it takes 3d6 psychic damage.
Oh,
So 9. And
Yeah,
Czar's
and-
performing.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Very
And
badly.
he's like, he hit him, oh yeah! It must also immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay. So this harpy is going to fly up about 10 feet in the air and then take off about 20 feet in this direction. Now, Midas, I don't think you have any weapons in hand, nor do you, Czar.
Oh, sir.
no.
Yeah, so, I mean, you could try and punch her as an opportunity attack if you want to.
I can't. No.
Definitely not.
Alright,
Minus 0.
alright, fine, fair enough. So this harpy kind of is trying to get away from Eladrian right now. Is that everything, Eladrian?
Stupid bird lady. Yeah, that's it. That's good. Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, Holgrim, you're up.
Oh wait, I'm gonna use my bonus. Can I use my bonus action and give Holgrim bardic inspiration?
Yeah, sure.
There you go, Holgy.
Hold.
Oh,
All right.
I love it.
All right. So I'm ready to just tee off on this harpy in front of me. I guess I see Nayland is setting me up for this, and Eladrian just gave me that inspiration. So,
Yeah, so roll with advantage on your attack.
24.
Alright,
Big.
Fucking
awesome. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
Ooh, 10, okay.
You got it, Gromster.
You don't miss.
And then I think just to kind of try and wrap this up a little bit, I'm going to also use my divine smite.
Oh, okay.
I haven't gotten to use that yet.
So that's just,
Smite.
was it 3d8 or something, or 2?
2d8. This,
2d8
yeah.
of
Damn.
radiant.
Getting jacked up by men of the cloth.
Ooh,
Ooh.
not great.
However, how do you want to kill this one?
Nice.
All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna. I see Nayland kind of like holding her with the shield on one side, so I'm gonna take my warhammer and just swing into her other side and kind of just sandwich her on the shield. And then after I strike, you just see kind of like a little flash of like radiant light pop out of my warhammer to take her down.
Awesome. So kind of using that extra radiant energy, it kind of even gives the hammer a little bit more force behind it. So squished up against Nayland's shield, you just feel with your warhammer, her whole like rib cage just kind of shatter underneath the impact of being your warhammer and her shield as this harpy crumples to the ground, dead.
All right.
Excellent work, Holgrim.
So yeah, thank you for the assist, Nayland. And Holgrim is going to use his movement, I guess, to kind of get over towards Czar and Midas, since that's where the other harpy seems to be.
Yeah, awesome. All right, top of the round. You guys got tactics. Go for it.
Can't touch this top harpy, but we could
Can't
chase
touch
this. We could chase this one that's running away.
I can, as long as he doesn't move before it's my turn, I can pull her back down to us, hopefully. But yes, the other one is going.
I believe she's the
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if does anybody want to try and talk to the other one at all, or do we just want to concentrate on this one that's been attacking
I
us?
think the other one's far too far away. to
Yeah,
take
one
care of.
140 feet.
Yeah, in the air.
Yeah.
We're about to
Flapping
kill her.
things, too.
Her second friend, so
Or yeah,
she's not coming back.
that's fine. All right, I feel like we're wrapping this battle up though soon.
All right, let's go. And the first one that's gonna go is this one over here, and he's after taking the brunt of Eladrin's attack and being forced to move away, she's now snaps back to reality and turns around and flies at Midas. So
Okay.
she's going to try and do a claw attack on you. Ooh, 17 plus 3. So 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. So with her claws, she's going to do 4, 5, and 6 points of damage, slashing damage.
I eat that.
And then she's gonna try to bring her club around and hit you. 16 plus 3, so 19 to hit.
That hits.
And that's going to just do 5 points of damage.
No.
Okay.
I kind of ate that.
All right, and that's going to be the Harpy's turn. And next up, it is Czar. You are up.
Is she like 5 feet away from me?
I mean, she might be like 10, just a little bit away from you as she went to go for Midas.
Okay, cool. Cause that's casting range. Okay, cool. So Cesar will open up his book again, and a lightning bolt will kind of shine up in glyphs, and he'll remove one of the glyphs, and he'll toss in a red glyph, and it's like a red lightning bolt. And then he's gonna cast Witch Bolt.
Oh,
Nice.
well, that's gonna hit, and then for 4 fire damage.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So your witch bolt, your flaming witch bolt, reaches out of the book, or however you so choose to cast it, if it's your hand or whatever, and it kind of wraps around the waist of this harpy here. Anything
He's not going
else?
Anywhere, guys. Yeah. I'll wait my turn.
Awesome. Okay, next up, it is the harpy that's way high in the sky. And you see her kind of take another look at the battlefield, and she's going to take off and fly away. And and she's gone.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Jesse James.
Next up, Midas. You're up.
She ditched her whole sister.
So I'll kind of like look in shock from the first few hits, like, my clothes! And then I'm gonna cast Shocking Grasp.
19 will hit.
Big damage, big damage, big damage. Oh.
3. Okay. So you once again give this harpy the old static backhand across the face, and she is looking very dazed, like she's about to go down, like a drop, like one. It's like one of those, like you can nudge her and she'll fall over, but she's still standing.
Touch me again and see what happens.
Anything else?
I'll like spit on her, and then that's it.
All right,
Fucking bitch!
Nailin, you're up.
Nalen's gonna cast Soul the Dead on the harpy.
Alright.
So that would be a Wisdom saving throw of 13.
Ooh, with a 19, she resists it.
In that case, that is it.
All right. Eladrian, you're up.
Oh, my goodness. All my friends over there are in trouble. So I just kind of move out a little bit from under this tree, just kind of like jut over to the right a little so I can see her a little bit better, and then just shoot a fireball right at her face. Firebolt.
Light her up.
With a 15?
15 hits.
There it is.
7.
Awesome. How do you want to finish this?
And so he comes out, he jets out from the side of this tree, and then he says, "Take this, you lumpy bastard!" and pulls out his bird flute, and like instead of blowing through over the top, he would usually, he blows into it, and it like shoots out this firebolt straight at her in like a couple different pieces, because they're coming out of a couple different of the tubes of the reeds or whatever. So they straight out, like I would say, dodge. It dances just like a Ladrine would be dancing, and it dodges to the right and dodges to the left, and then kind of fits right between Midas and Holgrim, and then right to the kisser.
Pow to the kisser. The firebolt completely burns her face as she collapses and dies.
So off.
And that.
How do you like my instruments now, Nayland?
I like them better when you keep watch.
I was the one watching. I saw this happen. If it wasn't for me, you'd still be asleep.
Y'all are inseparable.
So
But anyway, my friend, thank you so much for using those words of healing on me. I was dripping like a stuck pig.
Of course. I couldn't let myself see you go down.
Well, I never would be going down, just maybe a little bit lower than I am now.
You guys were able to successfully fend off the attack, and there's still plenty of time for a night's rest with hopefully someone a little bit more alert on watch this time around.
Nayland will be on watch.
Do we want to check these bodies for anything?
Nayland probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
All right, you want to check the bodies?
Check the bodies. Do they have pockets? Do they have clothes? Are they just naked flying women?
Upon closer inspection, they are indeed just naked flying women.
Yeah.
What do you want from this? A toenail? It's kind of weird.
Are you looking for anything in particular, Holgrim?
Oh no, I was just kind of curious if they had any.
Yeah, no clothes.
Yeah, if Holcomb saw that, he wouldn't try and check the bodies, I guess.
All right. Yeah, now that they're passed out on the ground, you can tell that they weren't wearing any kind of clothing or anything like that. Their lower halves were covered in like feathers and talons on the legs. Same with like the arms. Just kind of the torso and head were humanoid in appearance.
What if Eladrin was to like take their vocal cords, since they're the thing that makes people like, they sing.
Okay, bud?
Huh?
I
don't know.
What kind of tool do you have to help you out to do that kind of delicate surgery?
The delicate surgery, or so my dagger won't work.
I mean, you could try it with the dagger if you want to.
I should go to a doctor and all he's got is a pocket knife.
I have a dagger.
All right. You want to try and remove her vocal cords?
Absolutely.
All right.
As a man who appreciates the arts.
All right. Roll medicine check at disadvantage.
Medicine. Oh my god, a nat 20.
Nayland is like
And an 18.
just jaw
Oh.
drop
Sorry.
watching this.
Fucking 19 and 21 on those two.
Somehow, this bard knows exactly where this harpy's vocal cords are, and for whatever reason, you have a harpy's vocal cords now.
Oh my god.
Where did you study such medicinal qualities? I've never seen a more perfect vocal cord extraction.
The things that I can do with a knife surprise even me, my friend.
But geez, I'm gonna be sick, and I'm gonna throw up on Nayland's shoes.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Nayland, I'm so sorry.
Nayland kind of just like drags his shoe on the grass trying to get it off.
I'll
That
snap my
is-
fingers, just try to clean the shoes with resuscitation.
Oh, thank God.
All right,
And
yeah,
I'll-
you're able to clean his shoes.
Then I'll snap my fingers again to make like a better smelling smell. God.
It's no longer puke smell, it's Cinnabon.
Zog,
You got no
please-
orange Julius?
Button.
Please aim next time.
Or
I don't
perhaps
have
keep it
a
in.
lot of shoes.
Sorry, it makes me queasy.
You know, this is not the first time I have pulled vocal cords out of something.
What
Oh,
the
jeez.
fuck?
I believe that.
I
Yes,
don't want to believe that.
I don't really think you have a. Okay, I mean, you can or you can't. Whatever, it's up to you. But it happened at least 4 times.
Uh,
I think this time I agree with Midas and Nayland. I don't think you should tell that story.
So, all right, I will spare you, and your stomachs.
I like how it's just all of us by the fountain staring at Eladrian in the corner, taking out Harpy's vocal cords.
what the fuck?
Hey, you guys put yourselves there, not me.
What are you gonna do with those?
What am I going to do with them, you say?
Yeah.
Well, it is a timely process, you see. But what I'm going to do is, you know how I have these strings on my lute.
Don't
I'm
say.
going. I'm going to take these cords and I'm going to stretch them over many days, right? I'm going to stretch them so they're very long,
Oh my
and then they're
god.
going to dry out, and I'm going to use them to string my lute, and I will have a much better quality of sound.
I think
You
I'm gonna
are
be sick
going
again.
to use-
Ladrian.
you were going. You were going to use.
Yeah, you know, just like how they use a catgut for like a, you know, that racquetball game.
I find those to be 2 very different things. I don't
It's a,
know if
it's a string, man. You know, it's just a string.
It's not just I have string, and I was just like bring out like different like string thingies.
Yeah,
If you need a string, I forgot your
but is
string.
that a magical string? I don't think so. This is from the cords of a harpy.
That is literally my job to enchant.
Enchant this! And then I throw the harpy's vocal cords at him.
And I like jump back. It's like,
Oh, now you get them all dirty.
That is disgusting. I recommend we all go to bed.
I walk over and pick him up off the ground and then bring him over into this endless water and just wash him off.
oh my god.
Oh,
Put him back in my pocket.
no one drink that.
I hope everybody filled their water bottles before that.
There's just like little bits of like guts kind of like on the top of the water.
Sorry,
That
peeps
was
again.
used to be a nice fountain.
Sorry, keep it in, keep it in.
This time on Midas' shoes.
You
Now you know how I feel.
Eladrian lays down so peaceful. He's like, ah, yes, this has been wonderful.
So I'm
He
gonna
just puts his
fucking
head down
kill
and just
you.
starts to drift off while everyone else is still going, what the fuck, man?
Alright.
Sorry, you're fucking dead.
Alright. So you guys are able to, well, maybe have a little bit of nightmare fuel but as you kind of go to bed. And you wake up the next day feeling somewhat refreshed after your battle last night. So you guys do get a long rest.
Nice.
Alright.
That's the only reason why I was just throwing spell slots around.
Yeah, I thought so.
Alright. And then the next day is upon us. You know, Vrento is just outside this forest, and you don't have too much farther to go. So is it Holgrim and Zar leading the way again, or is anyone else taking charge?
Vrento is just around the river bend.
Annoyed with Eladrian, I'll be in the front. So I can just like stay away from him.
I can soak me in the back.
Zar kind of picks up his pace.
Yeah, I'll probably drop back a little bit or just right into the middle.
Alright,
I'm gonna-
awesome.
Seeing how Zar was able to get on top of Holgrim's shoulders last time, Eladrian's gonna walk right next to Holgrim and start calling him and be like, "Hey, Gromy, you want to put me on your shoulders, man?
Yep, hop on.
Oh yes, this is the
Uh-huh.
greatest."
How tall is Eladrian?
Yeah.
so I jump right up on his shoulders, and of course grab my loot, which is just regular right now. No gut strings on it. But so I grab my loot out and I start playing again with Holgrim right below me.
Eladrin's about 6 feet tall. So
Yeah.
So
I'm not little.
you gotta
Wow.
Eladrin has to really tuck his knees up when he's riding and keep his feet close to his butt. You know how you bring your heel to your butt? It's kind of like that. You're really tucked in there on Holgrim's back, so your feet don't drag.
On the ground, yeah.
Okay, so you guys make it out of the forest, and the grand city of Vrento is right in front of you. You can see how how one of its sides is facing the lake side. You can see its grand walls that surround the city, and you guys are making your way towards the southern entrance of Vrento. Now, for pretty much everyone that's been there, aside from Holgrim, you would know that there's a north entrance and a southern entrance, and you guys are rapidly approaching the southern entrance. And for anyone that's kind of looking out towards that southern entrance way, just roll perception for me.
Oh, I'm definitely looking. All right.
Ever since I talked about my perception rolls, they've been lower.
Damn.
Thanks myself.
Some fire rolls right there. Alright, so as you guys are approaching the southern gates, you guys see quite the crowd of people gathered there right now. Looks like they're trying to either make their way into the city, or they're currently speaking to a lot of the guards that are outside of the gates right now.
What's going on?
Rush up to one of the guards. Oh, okay, what happened?
So as you guys kind of rush, towards the scene where the crowds are, you guys can overhear kind of conversation, some loud yelling and things like that. A lot of these people appear to be from some villages that are outside of Vrento, Ravendale, Lackshire, and Valakin. And a lot of these people are talking about a lot of their cattle missing, some family members missing, and you're hearing stories of various kinds of monsters and other kinds of anomalies and grotesque figures that have apparently appeared out of nowhere and started raiding these villages. So, Zara, what did you want to do?
Do I hear them say Ravendale?
You do hear some of them say it's like, well, I'm from Ravendale and we were attacked.
I'll go up to that person, and I'll say, what of the Shepherd's Home orphanage? What happened there? Do you know? Is everyone alive?
From what I know, yes. They seem to be okay.
Okay, thank goodness.
What do the rest of you want to do?
I guess I'll go up to a guard.
And he'll see you approaching, and he'll say, "Oh, yes. What do you want now?"
We must make our way into the city.
Well, currently we're holding the process of getting in. There appears to be some reports of monsters and things like that, and we just have to make sure all the accords are set straight before we start letting people in.
Is there any way we could expedite the process of us getting into this place's very timely, important manner?
Oh, someone special comes up to our gate, huh? Well, I've never heard of you before.
Do I overhear this conversation going on with Naylan and the guard?
Yeah, sure, if you want to be there. Kind of near
Yeah,
him.
I think I'd want to come up and just say to the guard, we're on an urgent mission from the Crimson Sun, and we have something very important to report to them.
Oh, Crimson Sun, ooh. Well, everyone knows all the Crimson Sun members are humans anyways. So what's a dwarf has to do with the Crimson Sun?
Well, we were sent on an assignment to retrieve a book that's very important to them, and I think they wouldn't be happy to know that we were being kept waiting outside the city.
Oh, you got some? Do you have some proof of this?
You listen here, man. You know what? We are telling you exactly what you need to know. All right, this is a need-to-know mission, and you do not need to know.
Elaborate.
You've not told me anything that I need to know.
We have the book. We are coming in. You can either move aside or you can, not.
Kind of hearing that, you hear like 3 other guards kind of line up behind the one guard there with their kind of.
Can I quickly run up next to Eladrin and hold up the golden loom pads? Like they're with me.
Oh, sir. Of course. Please come right on.
What did I tell you? Need to know.
Eladrin, shut up.
And
Thank you.
he'll look over and he'll lean over to you, Midas, and say, "Better keep a leash on that one. He's able to run his mouth to the wrong person."
I've been trying. I like tilt my hat towards the guards and like push Eladrin forward. Come on, before you get us in more trouble.
And you'll hear
Told you this is need to know. All I needed to know was you.
And you'll hear the guard say, "Open the gates! Golden Loom member walking through!" And the gate opens for you, and you're able to go inside if you so choose.
While we're walking through, Neil will just say, "Kellamvor bless you" to the guard, but like because that's a god of death, it's never been really confirmed if that was like a compliment or like on almost like just like I'm wishing you death.
The guard just kind of gives you the side eye and says, just move along.
Thanks.
Okay, so you guys are now entering the city of Vrento. This is the capital city of Stellaris, and as I mentioned before, surrounding the city is about 20-foot high stone walls, and it only has these 2 gated entrances at the north and the south side. As you guys make your way inside the city, you step into the large marketplace that makes up the central core of Vrento. Walking inside, you see tons and tons of gorgeous flowers and other sorts of plants and trees that grow throughout the marketplace. You can tell that this area gets an absolutely buttload of sunshine, as these flowers are very elegant, and you get the smells of various aromas of flowers, but not to mention all of the stands that you see kind of walking through. It's very similar to a bazaar. You smell lots of cooking meats, fishes, various kinds of perfumes and things like that. It is just a very big mishmash of different scents and odors, but for some reason, even with all this mixture, it smells quite pleasant to you. Now, for those that know the city of Vrento, you know that the core marketplace is pretty much stretches from the southern entrance where you are all the way to the northern entrance. It pretty much covers the length of the city. And what do you guys want to do stepping into this brand new city, especially for you, Holgrim? What does Holgrim kind of feel walking into this grandiose kind of bazaar type city where there's tons of people, various races, lots of people talking, laughing, you see people dealing and trading things with the shop stand owners, like the vendors. You see, some people aren't too happy with some of the deals, and some people are shaking hands quite merrily with some of the vendors that are there. What do you think? What do you think, Holgrim? What's kind of going through your mind, being the first time you've come to this city?
So I think Holgrim he's a little intrigued by everything that's going on, but he's also a little bit uncomfortable, I guess, with the people and kind of the congestion, I guess. Not something he's been used to used to experiencing in a long time. So he's, I think, kind of his train of thought right now is just kind of get to the temple, get the mission accomplished, give the information to the people that need it.
All right, awesome. What about the rest of you? What are you guys kind of feeling?
I'm taking in the smells, feeling comfortable being in my home city. I'm like, "Ah, finally, no more trees, no more harpies." And I'm just waving towards like any traders that I recognize.
As he says, no more harpies, I say, well, I have these. I start to pull out the cords from my pocket.
Elaborate, none in public. And I
Oh,
just like looking around, see if any guards is looking.
No guards are currently looking at you guys. They're kind of currently busy with what's going on at the front gates here.
She's gonna ruin my reputation. Put that away.
Speaking of your reputation, what is this golden loom thing? Is this another sewing trick?
It's not. I look around again before, as like I raise my voice, bringing it down a bit. It's not sewing. We are tailors. We do not sew. We are tailors.
Wait, all of you are named Taylor?
No. Eladrian, let's practice something, okay? You see that mouth of yours? Yeah, keep it shut.
It's,
Shut. Shut. Quiet.
What are you feeling, Nayland?
Are there vendors around? Is there any cart for herbs?
There are some
Medical supplies.
there's like general shops that might sell some things that you're looking for.
I might try to walk near there before we get into any more serious business.
So what are you kind of looking for specifically?
I'm looking for herbs to both cook with and produce medicinal and or poisoning effects.
man, I'm a musician. If you wanted those kind of herbs, all you had to do is ask.
Eladrin, what do we just factor?
So you go up to like some stand that has some dried like herbs and stuff like that around its borders, and they're kind of just like street vendors for the most part in this bazaar. And they do have some cooking herbs. However, they tell you that any sort of alchemy or potion brewing, anything like that, would take place in the industrial district.
Okay. I will just like buy a general like just bundle of herbs that I could cook with.
Okay, and the gentleman charges you 1 silver piece for that bunch of herbs there.
All right. I will do that. So that's what, -1 gold piece, add 9 silver pieces. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And I'll do that. Before going back with the group. Nail is just kind of enjoying the smell of all the markets and stuff. Quite different than just like the road.
Yeah. Zar, what about you?
Zar kind of has like a.
Oh my god.
So funny. Zar kind of has like a solemn, kind of gloomy face. He's not smiling at all. He's not nervous. He's just kind of sad. He's just kind of. He knows it's home, but he knows what home brings. And he's just kind of walking along with the group, just kind of keeping pace.
All right, awesome. So, I should say, Zar and Midas, you guys would know the general direction of where the Crimson Sun Temple would be. You two are aware that the Crimson Sun Temple, along with various other government institutions, are in the political district. Over there's also like the garrison, the barracks for the Vrento Guard, any of the government that takes place within Vrento. No, they deal with it in the political district. So the Crimson Sun Temple is also in that district as well. And kind of when you enter into Vrento from the south, you know that the political district is pretty much due east inside the city walls.
What district do we enter from the south?
So any way that you enter into Vrento, whether it's from the north or the southern side, you enter straight into this kind of bazaar area. They basically have this strung out all throughout the city. I'll send you guys a map in a little bit. I kind of drew it out very, very poorly, but I drew it out. So I'll send that to you guys a little bit later.
Nice.
So you guys know that the political district is kind of to your right, to your east.
Well, come along, guys. We did come here for a reason. Although I look everybody up and down, I do wish y'all did not come here look like that. But it's okay.
Well, you could always sew us another.
I do not sew.
Even he thinks you are a sower.
I do not sew.
Whatever, man.
You don't pick up needle and thread?
I do not have time to make you a whole outfit right now. We are too busy returning a book to somewhere.
If you can't make us a better outfit, then you shouldn't be complaining about the way we look.
But too bad, I'm doing it anyways.
How is it you acquired the Golden Moon Guild badge?
Well,
Yeah, you know, the shiny sewing thing.
It's a membership only type of badge. Once you finish your apprenticeship, you get the badge.
So as you guys kind of make your way towards the political district, kind of just before you make your way there, you are confronted by an individual, a human male. Looks like he's in his young 20s, maybe 30s. No beard, clean shaven, bald, or maybe he shaves his head, one of the two. But he's wearing some tight-fitting robes, kind of akin to what Zanel was wearing before, just a different color. And he beckons over to you, you five, and he says, "Ho ho! The Grand Master is waiting for you. He knew that you guys arrived."
Waiting for us?
But of course, you're the chosen, aren't you?
Oh, this isn't a sewing thing? This is for the chosen ones?
No, we know that Midas is quite skilled in his own right, but you guys, come with me. We'll bring you to the Grand Master.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
We follow without a hesitation, or do we just like are we like blindly following them, or?
Yeah, I ain't got no reason to not trust him.
All right, let's go, guys.
So-
Let's do it.
Awesome. So he escorts you guys through the political district, and you guys feel like there's a slight, kind of very small incline in kind of the geography, I guess is a way to say it. So it's kind of like you're climbing uphill just ever so slightly. And you guys, as you're passing through the political district, you see the barracks where all of the Vrento guards are being trained currently. That's also where they sleep, and all of their orders come from there. You guys pass various political buildings, assembly halls, things like that, where the government meets to discuss the various dealings of Vrento and its in the Stellaris itself. And slowly but surely, you guys are making your way up towards the Crimson Sun Temple. Now, the Crimson Sun Temple, it's nestled kind of in the back of the political district. As you approach, the ground changes from kind of the brick and mortar streets that were strewn all about the political district, and it kind of starts to turn into a little bit more of a dirt path. But the dirt path, as you kind of make your way through, overarching around this dirt path are various gorgeous trees with cherry blossom leaves all around it. And they a couple of petals fall down as you guys make your way ever closer to the Crimson Sun Temple. And as you make your way there, you arrive at some large wooden gates. The temple seems to be surrounded by about 10-foot high stone walls that are beige in color. And this young Crimson Sun member, he opens up the big doors to the courtyard of the Crimson Sun Temple. As the gates are opened, you guys can immediately see various Crimson Sun members training out in the courtyard. Some of them are sparring against each other, some of them going through their motions, their daily kind of practice with their techniques and things of that nature. You can see kind of various training dummies where people are striking at various posts that are jutting out from the training dummy. You can see obstacle courses that some of the younger Crimson Sun members are deftly and agilely, is that a word? I don't know. Deftly kind of making their way through, hopping on pillars and things like that. And in front of you is a very large stone staircase that leads up to what you would best guess is kind of the main hall of the Crimson Sun Temple. And this young Crimson Sun member says, "Come on, let's go. We're almost there. I'm sure the Grand Master is very eager to speak with you." And he leads you up the large stone staircase. And once again, another large set of giant red wooden doors blocks your way. But the Crimson Sun member is able to open up the doors and let you guys in. So walking into this Crimson Sun Temple, immediately the smell of incense hits your nostrils as you see inside there is a very large statue of a figure that you are fairly familiar with, as you've seen something similar to this inside the Crimson Sun tomb. Best guess, you can assume that this large bronze statue is of the first Grand Master of the Crimson Sun Order, Grand Master Tygel. And above him is a large skylight that beams of sunlight are hitting the bronze statue, and that's causing the whole room to be illuminated. And as you guys make your way closer and closer to the statue, the young Crimson Sun member turns to you and says, "Well, I thank you all for coming all this way. I'm glad that you answered my summons." And right before you, in a flash of smoke, the young Crimson Sun member ages about 50, 60 years as you see a fragile, frail, older gentleman in front of you with a long, wispy white beard, large eyebrows with hairs that kind of dangle out and like they're very long eyebrows, and a completely shaven and bald head with some liver spots on the top of it.
Grab Midas and put him right in front of me and be like, "Oh!"
Let go of me.
Says, "Welcome, chosen ones, to the Crimson Sun Temple. I am Grand Master Shamar. It is lovely to finally meet you." And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh, excellent.
Let's go.
Oh my god, I wrote so many notes.
Perfect.
Way to go. Whew.